All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we are, Stairway to Cinema, episode 8, where we discussed Outlaw King. I know. Oh, maybe I should unmute you. Okay, there we go.
That would be good, yeah.
There's always something. There's always just like something.
I would start with news, but I don't have any. So
You don't have any news, really?
like it's not really news, but the only thing I noticed was that Charlie's Angels, the remake, has 4.0 on IMDb.
Yeah, that is part of the news. I wanted to discuss that. The Charlie's Angels bomb.
That's one of the worst like starting ratings I've ever seen.
But I think
for such a big movie.
You and I saw that coming a mile
of course,
away.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think Charlie's Angels as a genre or as a I just don't think it has enough pull. I mean, the previous two with Drew Barrymore, Cameron Diaz, at least those were fun and stupid. You know, I can watch those, but this one just, you watch the trailer and you're just immediately, I was at least kind of turned off, not because of the whole male thing either. I hate the whole misogyny thing that us as men can't enjoy a female-led action.
Oh yeah,
bullshit.
I think I saw that on Twitter that Elizabeth Banks said some bullshit, which is kind of sad because I like her.
I like her too, but I mean, I think she's been slowly slipping away, you know. She turned in a really bad performance in Brightburn, which really, you know, I thought she'd do a little better there, you know. But yeah, this, I don't know if I'm going to watch it, but I think maybe we should at some point to discuss it.
Yeah. I'm not sure. Like, there are not many movies this year that I think come to my cinema that I want to watch.
Here's the thing, though. Here's the thing, though, just about Charlie's Angels. I don't think it's just because of the whole feminist movie. I don't think it's that at all. I think it's Kristen Stewart.
No.
I think it's Kristen fucking Stewart, absolutely. I don't think she has likability on either side, male or female. I don't think she has enough likability. That's the point. And she's all over the trailer. Like, you don't even know who the fucking other angels are. It's just, hey, look, Kristen Stewart with blonde hair. Cool. But I don't know. I think she's kind of like Shia LaBeouf. She's like the female Shia LaBeouf in a way.
Where, less talented, I would say.
Oh, very. Yeah, very. Yeah, she's the worst part about Twilight. The worst part about Twilight.
And she seems to make worse career decisions than Robert Pattinson right now.
Well, yeah. Patty's on the rise.
Oh, yeah. Truly. So, yeah, I don't have any, like, ongoing things in the movie world to talk about. So.
Well, there was other things. Joker 2 is being rumored.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Joker 2 is being rumored. Not official yet. I kind of expected this just because of, you know, money talks. Money fucking talks in Hollywood. It's just like, it's just really going to come down to if Joaquin Phoenix wants to do it again. But more important, though, is the fact that Todd Phillips is interested in exploring more Gotham origin stories, which you and I, you know, I think would be up for that. You know,
totally. But I think we both agree that we don't really need Joker 2.
I don't think we do, but at the same time, I would be up for it because now he is the Joker. That's the big appeal to me, is it? It's not an origin where it's just, then we get to see Joaquin Phoenix go completely nuts. And that would be the draw. That's why I would be up for it if it does happen. If it's done well, then...
Yeah, if they have a story to tell.
But you're also at risk of ruining the incredible mystique around this this fine film, Joker. So...
Yeah, it totally works. Like, I don't need a sequel, but if they do something interesting, then why not?
I know. I'm just like, if it comes out and it's like about Batman, then you're just like, yeah.
Yeah, that would be wrong. Also,
I could see Warner Brothers completely fucking this up. So, yeah, absolutely.
They fucked things up before. Anything else?
I did have something else, but I can't. I kind of wanted to talk about the horrible trailers from Apple TV, but we don't really have to discuss that. I don't know if you've been following like a lot of the streaming originals. The only one that looks compelling to me from Apple TV is the C show with Jason Momoa. If you haven't seen the trailer for that, you might want to check out the trailer. That actually looks
I think
interesting.
I saw it on IMDb somewhere.
Yeah, it kind of turns me off a little bit because it's this whole no one can see shit. So I never liked that really in horror movies and stuff. It's not a horror genre, but you get what I'm throwing down here. Of it's just kind of a gimmick. It feels like, but yeah, I don't know why I wanted to bring that up. I just did.
What genre is this?
I feel like Apple TV is it's like a fantasy because it's post-apocalyptic.
Okay, so
and a child is born that can see. So
it looks a bit like Stone Age stuff.
Like Stone Age, little splice of Children of Men in there a little bit, I guess, because of the whole a child is born thing.
I mean, why not? It looks
well done, so I don't know. But I feel like Apple TV is kind of, I don't know. I don't think Apple TV is going to be as big as Disney Plus and even Netflix. Because Netflix, I feel like Netflix is doing pretty good right now.
It does, yeah. And I haven't heard about any Apple originals, so I think
there's the morning show with Reese Witherspoon and Jennifer Aniston. Like they have the star power right out of the gate. Joel Kinnaman too is in For All Mankind. For All Mankind kind of irritates me though. I haven't watched it, but the whole concept kind of irritates me of that. It's an alternate universe where we don't land on the moon. The Americans, the Soviets beat us, and in order to get on the moon, Amen, we need a team of women. So
sure,
yeah, and the trailer just like Jesus, it's like just kind of beating you down a little bit. I don't know. I like alternative universes. I do. One of the reasons why I like Watchmen so much because it's an alternative take on America and the world. But man, yeah, you watch that trailer and you let me know what you think at some point.
It says it explores what would have happened if the global space race had never ended. I mean, that kind of sounds interesting,
It does sound interesting. It's just this, get woke feeling that I picked up off that trailer. I feel like Apple TV is going a little woke. Woke.
All right. You told me you didn't watch anything, right?
The only thing I watched was Outlaw King, the show that we were supposed to watch. I watched it yesterday, of course, right before bed because I'm a procrastinator.
Yeah. Can see that.
Yeah. Oh, I've been watching a lot of Hell's Kitchen, so that's been my go-to on Prime lately. I've just been. The reason is because Hell's Kitchen. I love Gordon Ramsay so much. I know you're not a reality guy, but watching Gordon Ramsay flip out on people because you can see that it's real. Like he's really passionate about food. And but the thing about Prime is it's all uncut. So they don't bleep out anything. It's fucking great. I love it. So one more season to go and then I'll be done with that.
All right. I watched a show, but it's like it's a 3-episode documentary series by Netflix.
Ooh, what was
that? Called Five Came Back.
5 Came Back. What's this about?
It's about 5 directors who went into what's going on.
You hear that?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Apologies. We're getting under attack, Amen.
All right.
The North Koreans are here. It's Red Dawn.
So, 5 directors who went to the front in World War II to shoot war movies and like real footage. It's about
I remember the trailer now. I do. Yeah.
William Wyler, George Stevens, John Huston, John Ford, and Frank Capra. I think those are the names. And then you have it's narrated by Meryl Streep, and then you have interviews with Francis Ford Coppola, who looks surprisingly young. Like I thought he would be old as fuck, but no.
That's the wine.
Guillermo del Toro is in it. Lawrence Kasdan, Steven Spielberg, like some interesting people.
Mm-hmm.
The topic overall, it's kind of interesting, like those guys joining the military to shoot war stuff. Mm-hmm. It's all right. Like I only finished it because it's only 3 episodes. I wasn't super into it, but it's okay.
Did you want more?
No.
John Huston though, he's
yes, some of them are Actually, big names. I don't know who, but one did It's a Wonderful Life. I think that was Frank Capra.
Did
Not
they
sure.
get bigger after or before this
Um,
experiment?
I think somewhere bigger before it. I'm not sure actually.
Yeah, it gets a little jumbled with the older movies for me.
Um,
Like the time wise, it's like I get confused with 40s and 50s at times, even 60s movies.
Actually, like one of them, William Wyler, he's the director of Ben-Hur, of the classic. So, and that was after the war. Yeah, interesting document. Like it's an interesting topic, but also you get to see lots of footage they shot. It's interesting, but I wasn't super. I don't watch documentaries that often, and
I'm a sucker for Ben-Hur. Ben-Hur, I love Ben-Hur.
I have never
Ben-Hur.
seen that, and it's so sad because it's one of those all-time classics.
Yeah, I feel like the old Charlton Heston movies, Ben-Hur, Ten Commandments. I love Ten Commandments too. I love that movie. El Cid, Agony and the Ecstasy is good. The Michelangelo movie. Those are all great. I love those old period pieces. Like they're just, I like Lawrence of Arabia. I'm looking at your screen right now. It just popped on
Dude,
your.
Lawrence of Arabia is one of my favorites.
Yeah, just the whole sets. Even Cleopatra. I like Cleopatra as well. It's not one of my favorites, but I appreciate Cleopatra because of the set design and the amount of work.
Hopefully, the Villeneuve one will be one of your favorites. I'm actually
Um,
looking. For
I do actually have more news that I just
Oh,
wanted to throw out there. Netflix did announce the sequel, spiritual successor to the Vikings show that will be ending this new season coming up. Vikings is finally going to come to an end. The AMC History Channel show. But the creator is moving to Netflix. So the real creator, the real deal. This is Michael Hurst, the guy that did the Tudors, both Elizabeth movies. He wrote them anyway. So, and I
so
believe I've recommended the Tudors to you.
yeah, you did. So he's
Yeah.
kind of a big deal.
I think he is one of the best
Showrunners.
historical writers, that and showrunners out there because I feel like Vikings overtook Game of Thrones in a lot of ways just because the authenticity, the violence, and the budget is there. Like I feel like I was going to talk about it with Outlaw King because it kind of reminds me of the King as well. Is that you have to have a budget if you're going to do these historical period movies. But I can't recommend Vikings enough. But anyway, what I'm getting to, sorry, Netflix, spiritual successor, Valhalla, which will be following the adventures of Leif Erikson. I can't wait for this. Can't fucking wait. Can't fucking wait, dude. I'm so happy because I knew that Vikings was going to come to an end. I knew that it couldn't go on forever. But in my mind, it's like you got so much history. Just keep going, So I'm very happy that we
Um,
have a new one.
like if you need an historical Viking show, then you should watch The Last Kingdom on Netflix.
I might, yeah, at some
That's
point.
one of my favorite shows of all time, actually.
Yeah,
So I highly recommend that.
my brother actually likes The Last Kingdom as well.
Speaking of historical movies, I rewatched 3 historical movies.
3.
Um, right after our last show, I just threw on Django Unchained. Because, like, I watched it this year already. It's not even that long ago, but
Mhm.
for me, Django Unchained is just the definition of a fun movie, even though the topic is serious. And
Mhm.
it's like, dude, that movie is so well made. I just love it, and I feel like they're a small side character who's not really talked about, but I find him great in that role. Don Johnson is
Oh
fantastic in Django Unchained.
yes, yes, he is.
Um,
Like I said, that one scene where they're talking about the eye holes and they can't fucking see.
yeah,
It's
right. But for me, the scene where they arrive at his farm, that is hilarious because like
yeah,
his mood changes immediately and stuff. It's pretty good. And then you have DiCaprio in just such a despicable role. I love it.
yeah. It's the classic Tarantino racially charged scene too. I remember when because he's talking about, I think he's talking to the slave, right? And the
Right.
slave responds, "You want me to call him this?" And he's like, "No." But that
Yeah.
response right there is so great.
Yeah, just I would like to quote something DiCaprio said, but I can't do that on Twitch, so
Right.
it's just the way he says some words. It's so great, and like, yeah, DiCaprio is just one of the best actors ever.
Yeah, it's a
He
shame
can pull
people.
off hate and anger so well.
Yeah, it's a shame people kind of can't take the Tarantino style of, because I feel like it's authentic. I feel like it's very
Yeah,
authentic.
but it's still kind of over the top. It's an exploitation movie. This is not like real history.
Yeah, but I think it was done in a good way.
Totally, I
Very
love Jane and
tasteful.
Jane.
Yeah, very
Yeah.
tasteful. I don't think it was like exploitation in the bad way. Yeah.
No, it wasn't trashy. It's just
No, not at all. I love that movie.
um. Speaking of DiCaprio, I rewatched The Revenant,
Oh.
and dude, the last time I've seen this was when it came out.
Hmm.
I think it was January 2016 or something. So
Second
almost
viewing then?
4 years. Yeah, it was the second viewing.
Okay.
And I gotta say that The Revenant is probably one of the most gorgeous movies ever made.
Yes.
And
Yes.
I might even call it the best cinematography I've ever seen, because every
Probably.
is just outrageously good.
Hmm.
And dude, every actor in this, for me, actually, Tom Hardy is even better than DiCaprio
I agree.
because he has
Yeah.
more to do, kind of.
Hmm.
DiCaprio is just, he's just suffering in a way. Um, you also have Domhnall Gleeson, who's fantastic,
I like him in that role. Yeah, I do. I like him in that role.
and also the guy who leaves DiCaprio with Tom Hardy, the young guy, the dude, who was in Midsummer, and you know who I mean? We're
I
the
would
Millers, Will Poulter.
I would probably have to look him up, honestly. Let me see
Okay,
his name.
he was pretty good in that as well. And
Hmm.
yeah,
What's his name again? Will
Will
Polta?
Poulter,
Polta? Oh, there it
Pou.
is. Actor. We're the Millers. Oh yeah, this guy. This guy's been popping up a lot lately. So.
Yeah, true. And he's more like lately he's more in the villain roles, such as Midsummer,
Mm-hmm.
and he was the main antagonist in Detroit.
Uh, pre-production too. The Lord of the Rings TV series. Ooh.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
Ooh. That is cool. I like that.
Yeah, he's cool. I like him a lot.
I'm gonna
actually.
go ahead and call it that he's gonna play an elf. I'm
Right.
just gonna call it. He's got elfish features. So yeah.
He
I
could
like
be
that
a
guy.
dwarf or a hobbit.
He's kind of like Jesse Plemons in a way. Like he just kind of creeps into movies and he's always good.
Yeah,
So.
but he's like not very popular because he doesn't have the looks,
Yeah, because he was the only thing that was good in Bandersnatch.
Right. Yeah,
I
totally.
hated Bandersnatch with
Me
a
too.
fucking
Oh, I'm
passion.
so glad you did, dude.
Oh my god! But I like I like the concept. I like where they could go with it. The problem is you need an incredible budget to make multiple endings. Like if you can make a movie like that where it's truly interactive, like that could change cinema.
The thing I don't like about Bandersnatch is that it takes you back to the previous decisions all the time.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
It's just so forced, and
Mm-hmm.
just at some point it's just not fun anymore. So
A
I don't.
true choose your own adventure movie would be incredible. Like that would be incredible.
Yeah. Right. I actually did watch The King again.
Again.
Yeah, because I don't know, I was in the mood, and
What's I'm sorry, but what is your rating on The Revenant?
9 out of 10.
Yeah.
It has its slow parts for
Mm-hmm.
sure,
Mm-hmm.
and I mean, yeah, there's not much to criticize.
It's incredibly tragic too. So it's a movie you got to be like in the mood for.
Yeah, but you just right away I noticed how this movie is so beautiful, even though in the first scene, the first shot you see is just water,
Mm-hmm.
it's just a river, and it looks so good.
Beautiful.
Yeah, totally.
Beautiful.
And
The
then
sounds
you've got,
and everything. Yeah.
you for me, I thought about making a list about that, for me, The Revenant probably has my favorite opening sequence of all time.
Right, because it just gets going.
The Native American attack on the camp
Mhm.
is so good,
Mhm.
and that dude, the long shot is so long. It's that they really made some effort. So,
yeah, because I feel like that came like he did Birdman, the director, and then
yeah, with the same camera guy.
and I love that long shot, which I'll kind of talk about that with Outlaw King too when we get
Oh
to
yeah,
it. But I gotta ask this too about Revenant. Do you still believe that Spotlight, should have won over the Revenant? Because I can't take that.
no,
It drives me
no,
crazy.
not at all.
Yeah, that drives me
I feel
crazy.
like I feel like The Revenant will be remembered longer than Spotlight.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Because it's a fucking tour de force. Like, I mean, what they did with it and what they had to do to make that shit.
Like, I think Spotlight is a good movie, but I wouldn't go back to rewatch it probably because it's kind of dry, and
Yeah.
the whole theme is kind of sad, you know.
Very
But
sad.
The Revenant also has great action, and it's just super fun to watch, even though it's so dark and slow.
The cinematography alone is
Yeah,
worth watching again because you'll notice things that you didn't notice before.
kind of the same thing with Blade Runner, which is
Yeah.
a slow, long movie, but the shots you get are so beautiful that you just you keep watching.
Mm-hmm.
And
I would agree with you though on the 9. I like 9 feels good for Revenant because I
right.
can't really give it a 10 either. But
Yeah,
9
maybe
is
one
solid.
day when I've seen it like 10 times. I don't know. So The King, the second watching, I actually think I liked it more than the first time.
I would like to watch it again. I think I mentioned that too
Yeah.
when we broke it down because we both pleasantly liked it. I didn't expect to like it actually. I thought it was gonna just be okay, but I remember the music being.
Oh yeah, the music is so good.
And I'll mention that in Outlaw King too. I'll just real quick that was one of the letdowns of Outlaw King. It's just because going from the King to this, there was comparisons a little bit for me, but.
Yeah, we can talk about that in a minute. I think there's a lot to compare.
Right, but the King's music is remembered
Incredible.
already. Yeah.
Yeah. And then I think, honestly, like the final battle is so good. I
Mm-hmm.
loved it because it's something like it's not explicitly violent, but like there's not much blood or anything, but just just people falling into the mud, and it's just huge chaos. I've never seen something like this before, except maybe from the Battle of the Bastards in Game of Thrones. But the King felt
Yeah.
more realistic in a way.
I would like to watch that again, actually. The
Yeah, me
Battle of
too.
the Bastard. That's a great episode.
That's one of the best of Game of Thrones ever,
Yeah. Yeah.
hands down. So yeah,
Yeah.
and
I got to give credit to Netflix with their recent run of authenticity. So.
true that, yeah. So okay, what did I watch? What I didn't watch before? I watched a movie called The Florida Project.
Oh, the movie about the little girl and the living across the street from
In the
Disneyland.
motel. Yeah, right. With Willem Dafoe in an insanely good role. This is one of those movies that just feels authentic, and it's almost scary how authentic it is at some point.
Is it sad?
It is really sad because like you have that young girl who's like I don't know how old she is,
Mm-hmm.
like below 10, and her mother is such a bitch, and you just watch her mother ruining her life basically.
Just hard
Uh,
to watch.
and yeah, kinda. And Willem Dafoe is trying to hold everything together, but it doesn't always work. He's a nice guy in that movie, but still like yeah.
What's the relation of Willem Dafoe to the little girl?
Oh, um he is the motel manager. So
Okay.
those kids, they always do bullshit and stuff, and then he argues with them, and but they kind of like each other and stuff. Like he's a nice guy.
So it has some
Um,
heart then.
it really has some heart.
Okay.
Like Willem Dafoe was my favorite part probably. It's a good movie. I would check that out.
I remember watching the preview too, but I just felt like, oh my, this is going to be a sad movie. So
Yeah, it is. Yeah,
that's one of the reasons why the hold off there on that one for me.
you got to be in for that stuff.
Yeah,
And he was Oscar nominated for it.
I do remember that. Yeah, I do remember that. I think was the movie was nominated too. I think.
I don't think so actually.
I think
I
there
think
was
that
hype,
was
but maybe it didn't then. Yeah.
no, that was the only nomination. Willem Dafoe as supporting actor.
So what's
Alright.
the rating on that bad boy?
Like
10 out of 10.
I
I'm
give
just
it a
fucking with you.
7. I give it a 7, even though it probably deserves an 8 from me. But
Seven's
yeah,
pretty solid.
like 7, close to 8.
Okay.
I would like to give it a 7.8 or something.
I feel you. Okay.
That's
All
all.
right.
Another 7.8 movie. I was in the cinema to watch Booksmart, which
Oh.
is almost like super bad with girls,
The
but
Girl Superbad movie.
it's
Yeah.
different enough to not remind you of Superbad. Actually, like it doesn't feel like a cheap reboot or anything like that.
So basically what you're telling me is you got woke.
No,
You
that's not true. Like Booksmart, I wouldn't even compare those two movies. They're very different in tone, I believe. Like, nah, maybe the humor is a bit
It
similar.
definitely screams super bad when you see the trailer. So, and I remember that
True,
was one of the big criticisms of it. So,
especially because one of the leading girls is Jonah Hill's sister.
well, there you go.
Yeah, but you also like. I feel like the thing with Booksmart is I kind of expected it to be very authentic, but it has some of those Hollywood moments where stuff
Un-
just is too good to be true. Sometimes.
Unbelievable. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just it's about those two girls who always thought when we put all our effort into school, then we get into these high class colleges, and everybody who does party does not. But then at their last day, they realize that everybody else also gets into the colleges. So
Hmm.
they think like, yeah, we kind of wasted our life here. So they decide to go on a party on the last day, and then it's just basically that one evening where they experience some bullshit. And then you have Jason Sudeikis in it in a small role. He's always cool.
So it's a one
Um,
night movie then.
right, yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Billy Lord, Carrie Fisher's daughter, has an amazing role in this. Super hilarious.
Yeah, she's kind of up and coming as well, Billy Lord.
And yeah, it's a good movie, definitely. But like from authenticity, not like yeah, a bit, but not as much as stuff like Lady Bird, which I'm a huge fan of.
Did you find yourself chuckling in the theater?
I did, yeah. It's a funny movie. It's actually a really funny movie, yeah.
I just make myself laugh by that joke because one of my uncles, does not like comedies. So it's like, dude, I just don't like to laugh. It's
I
really
mean,
weird.
yeah, I don't know. I'm not a huge comedy guy either, but like
Maybe you're loosening up. Maybe
now I just have a special interest in comedies, I guess.
it has to
Like,
be
like the dark.
a certain comedy.
Yeah, and like Booksmart is on a level that I'm totally like I don't like the cheap comedies such as We're the Millers or Adam Sandler bullshit.
So
Or
Booksmart is a little smarter.
it's way smarter actually. Yeah,
Okay. I
I
might
feel,
give that a watch. I was kind of turned off by the preview. I'll say that, but I might give it a watch, maybe, because I think maybe my girl might want to watch that one. So
it's not very long, so you don't waste any time or
a
anything.
quick
It's
90
definitely
minutes.
worth a watch. Um, I watched a quite mediocre gangster movie,
Okay. Would
Kill
you
the
watch?
Irishman.
Oh yeah, I've seen that. Yeah, I've seen that with the
Ray Stevenson in the
Ray.
lead, which I find super weird because
Thank you.
I've seen that guy before in some stuff, but always in side roles, and he's just not a draw, and I don't know why he is in the lead. Yeah,
I have to agree with you because I like him. I like Ray
he's
Stevenson, but
not bad. No,
I just you're right about being in the lead. It's he's good in this movie. I actually like the movie, but
not so much.
I liked it for the violence and the Irish movies in general, especially Irish gangster movies, always kind of call out to me a little bit. But yeah, I mean it because I feel like that movie got a lot of praise, but I don't know, a little overrated too at the same time.
It's a low budget movie, and it's
Right.
clearly noticeable. I think
Christopher Walken isn't Walken in there.
yeah, Christopher Walken, Val
Okay.
Kilmer, who I haven't seen in years. I think
Val.
the last thing, like before that movie, I think the latest movie I've seen with Val Kilmer is Heat. So yeah,
Oh wow.
it's
Okay.
been a while, and
Kiss
he
Kiss
looks good.
Bang Bang. Kiss Kiss Bang.
I
I've
haven't
said it
seen that
before.
yet,
Yeah.
sadly.
That's the one I feel like that's his last best Val. And plus he's still Val Kilmer before he got sick, which is very
Yeah,
sad.
right. It is, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Kill the Irishman. Just I wasn't rooting for anybody. I wasn't into anything, so I liked it that Linda Cardellini was in it, and that guy from Snatch, Vinnie Jones.
Yeah, I think that was one of the glaring problems for me is I didn't buy the relationship between. That's the thing about Stevenson too is he's just like too oafy. I don't know. Which
For me,
which that role you're supposed to be oafy because the real guy was oafy, but like I didn't buy the relationship between him and Cardellini.
no, not really. But she's not much in the movie because I think she leaves him pretty quickly.
Right.
Which was a good decision.
I saw that like a year and a half ago. Yeah.
I gave it a 5. I can't say that it's bad, but like when you've seen stuff like Goodfellas or Casino or
The
God,
Departed.
yeah, all that stuff, it just feels kind of lame, very lame.
One Irish mobster movie that a lot of people don't talk about is A State of Grace with Sean Penn. I think Robin Wright is in that. Gary Oldman, Ed Harris.
That's actually an amazing cast. Yeah.
It's not in your face Irish like The Departed or Kill the Irishman because those movies are very like The Departed is very in your face. We are Irish, fucking. But State
That's
of Grace.
What's so good about it.
I would say you might want to put that on your list.
Yeah, I put it on the list.
Yeah.
1990.
That's one of my
Sean
dad's.
Penn looks so young.
Yeah, it's one of my dad's favorite movies. He made me watch it when I was a kid. I remember the first time I watched it, it was like I fell asleep because it's kind of slow, but it's one of those underrated, not underrated, but really good Gary. That was one of the opening up points for Gary Oldman for me. That was like one of the first movies I ever saw him in. So.
Yeah, I think those were his breakout years, early 90s.
Yeah.
When you had Leon and Dracula, True Romance.
Well, you had Sid and Nancy, Prick Up Your Ears.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, so he was out there, but you're right, like his popularity and which I still feel like he's not. I don't know. There's something about Gary Oldman. I think it's his lifestyle maybe that makes him not as appreciated as he should be.
Dude, for me, Commissioner Gordon is one of my favorite roles ever.
I love him as Commissioner Gordon.
Because
and I think he's one of the best parts about Harry Potter for me. I love him as Sirius Black.
And both characters totally different. You wouldn't notice Gary Oldman.
Every character with Gary Oldman is totally different.
True. Yeah, true that.
Yeah. I feel like
he can dive into a role.
Yeah, I feel like he's one of the most versatile actors ever to walk the earth.
That is true, yeah. Okay, I watched a movie you had recommended to me many times.
Ooh, shit.
I finally watched Babel.
Yes. Okay. So, you watch The Revenant, you watch Babel, you got a little, is it Inarritu? Is that his name?
Alejandro Gonzalez Inarritu, I think.
Yeah.
That guy.
Big name.
Also made 21 Grams.
Yes.
He is very good at making super uncomfortable movies in a way. It's just the tone in Babel is so dark, but in a way that's so realistic that it's like, it's scary how dark, how realistic and dark it is at the same time, because stuff like that can actually happen.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't say that. I'm not sure if I was into all of the side stories.
Mm-hmm. The three main stories, right? There's about three stories. Yeah.
I mean, the one with the Japanese girl was kind of touching. It was very sad also. But of course, the Brad Pitt one is also very sad because you also have those kids who get. One of them gets actually shot just for a stupid mistake, and it's just all super like it's. Dude, it's so sad.
I love that movie, dude. I fucking love Babel, man.
It is good. Yeah, it is very good.
It's one of the most tense fucking movies I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, and dude, like there's some. I mean, besides Brad Pitt, even like Kate Blanchett isn't in the movie that much. But you don't have many big actors in this one, like almost none, which is kind of strange. Because I don't know.
Well, you got Cate Blanchett, Brad Pitt, and then you have the Mexican actor who I really like. I always forget his name though, man.
Michael Pena.
No, not Michael Pena.
But he's in it as well.
Yeah, the guy in Mexico that does he drive him down to Mexico? I think he drives.
Oh no, he takes him back. Yeah. Oh, both actually, both. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know what you mean.
Which that's probably my favorite story in the movie is that because I mean I grew up in California. It's right on the border of Mexico. So there is this sense to me of just like if you go over there, you're it's on you. So that whole storyline of that maid taking the children just really put me on edge.
Another super stupid mistake that leads to the consequences are huge. And also, one of the border policemen is. Do you know Clifton Collins Jr.?
Yes.
He's another one of those side actors I really like.
Who's in a lot of movies too.
Really. He's also in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and I don't think he says a word. Which is kind of sad. So yeah, I like Babel. It's good.
What would you give Babel though?
7 as well.
7. Okay.
Yes,
For me, Babel's a 9. I've seen it like 3 times, but it's just I think it's just. I remember my grandma when she saw it. I think I've told you this, but she's just like, I'm never going to a foreign country in my life.
Right.
I was like, and I remember when she told me that, I was like, all right, well, I got to watch this, and I sat down and watched it and just like, I don't know. It just really, I don't know. It just put me in that space of like, what if this happened to me type shit. So I love that movie.
Yeah, true. Like maybe it was even too dark for me. So because I don't want to see it again, probably.
Kind of like 21 Grams though. I remember 21 Grams kind of struck a chord with you as well. So that director though, man, he's I love that guy.
He's one of the best, I think. Like if you consider his filmography.
Was he on your list for the top 10? Was he on your top 10?
No, I think he wasn't because
I don't think he was either. Yeah.
I mean, I only watched those 3: 21 Grams, Revenant, Birdman, and 3 movies isn't really enough for me to put him in the list. I think.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I'm curious what he's doing now.
I actually after seeing The Revenant, I checked his filmography and there's nothing announced. So.
Well, The Revenant did. I mean, it kicked a lot of asses. So, including Leo. Which, speaking of Leo, I forgot little news for you. I have in my possession Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
So, very nice.
Just throwing that out there. We'll be watching that maybe today.
Fun fact, I will go see that on Monday again because there are 2 additional screenings in my cinema. Why not?
And if all goes according to plan, Tuesday I might be seeing Ford versus Ferrari. So.
That's great.
I'm very excited because I really want to see that in the theater.
So you're saying we should make an episode on Once Upon a Time?
Maybe, but I think I was going to ask you, doesn't The Irishman come out this week?
Right. Yeah, that would be my pick probably.
I think we got to go Irishman. I think we have to. So
true.
But I'll definitely be down for a Once Upon a Time in Hollywood breakdown.
I think actually, when you've seen that, we can do a whole Tarantino show. I think.
That would be good, yeah.
Maybe for that, I would even watch Death Proof and Jackie Brown again. Because I planned on doing that, but never got the willpower.
Jackie Brown.
Yeah, I don't know. Jackie Brown is just not a movie that draws me. I'm not crazy about watching it again. But
totally with you.
Dude, I could watch Kill Bill and Django all 20 times a month.
For me, the problem with Jackie Brown is Jackie Brown. I don't really care about Pam Grier's adventures in the movie. And she's not a great actress. So, I mean...
I can't judge that because that's the only movie I've seen her in.
Yeah, but you can judge acting. I think... Okay, so when you watch that again...
We'll be doing that in a minute.
When you watch that again, I want you to let me know. Really look into the Pam Grier. Because when it's compared next to the Max Cherry Robert Forster, which is just.
And Samuel Jackson is very good in that movie, I think.
And De Niro, but De Niro doesn't say much. He just kind of sits there.
He's a very quiet character.
Yeah, it was kind of a weird one, honestly, because you think De Niro, Tarantino, this is gonna be awesome, and then he just kind of is a bum.
Yeah, but he has some great moments.
It's what saves that movie. It's what saves that movie is that interaction. So.
Yeah, maybe like it's a long time that I've I think maybe 5 years almost that I've seen Jackie Brown.
It's definitely at the bottom of the Tarantino list for me.
So yeah, maybe I was just too young, and maybe I'll appreciate it now because I had the same thing with Pulp Fiction. You know? And I saw that some people rate Jackie Brown as their favorite Tarantino.
Yeah, well,
I don't know.
It's a small minority, I think. That's
yeah. I think most people would say Pulp Fiction.
I think a lot of people are going to say Pulp Fiction. I think a lot of people are going to say Glorious Bastards.
Yeah.
And then I think a lot of people are going to say Kill Bill.
Django and Kill Bill.
Yeah, because
Kill Bill 1 though.
Yeah, Kill Bill 1 exactly.
One.
I prefer it as well. Kill Bill 1.
And I'm on the side that for me, Once Upon a Time is the best one.
Yeah, I'm anxious to watch it. I really am. I'm happy that it appeared.
Yeah, you should, but dude, just don't take breaks. Just watch the whole thing through. Totally.
No,
focus on it,
I feel like I'm gonna play on my phone or
right. Dude, you gotta dive into it.
Maybe play a couple rounds of Hearthstone while I'm watching it.
Right.
Oh, fun fact though, Amin. I'm sorry to get off on this tangent, but you have to know this. I introduced my girlfriend to Hearthstone.
Oh.
It is so fun to watch her get pissed off at Hearthstone and equally love it at the same time, because that game, I hate it and I love it at the same time.
Dude, I think that's with everybody, the same feeling.
I think you completely understand. Like,
dude,
just to see her shut down her laptop like before the game ends is one of my favorite things. Like, because it's like I get it, I totally get it.
That's a game where you can easily freak out, and I've played it a lot recently, actually, because the new mode, Battlegrounds, is really good.
Yeah, I was watching her play that because she's been on an absolute kick. She really got into the Druid. She's got this Druid deck that's pretty deadly. I haven't played against it since she's been building it. So I feel like she might kick my ass next time we play. So.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's a great game. Always, like, you can always go for a couple of rounds. Just when you have time. All right, I watched the David Lynch movie.
Ooh.
And surprise, I didn't really understand it.
What a shock. What a surprise.
I watched Lost Highway.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
It is confusing, but the good thing about, like, I liked it, but it's not confusing to a point where I think it doesn't make sense, because there is so much stuff in that movie that I totally believe that it kind of makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
But, I just couldn't get it in a way.
Yeah. Yeah, I have not seen that since it came out, because I like to watch David Lynch movies, but at the same time, I kind of hate myself when I do. Most of them anyway. But I feel like he's got some gems in there. Blue Velvet is definitely...
I really want to see Wild at Heart.
Wild at Heart is my close second, but Wild at Heart's kind of weird too.
Dude, I just want to see the Willem Dafoe performance.
The Willem Dafoe and the Nicolas Cage, both.
Yeah, true, yeah, Nicolas Cage, always.
Laura Dern, whatever,
Yeah, she's in a lot of his movies. I think, like, I've seen 3 movies and first season of Twin Peaks. For me, I mean, I really like Twin Peaks, but that's almost exclusively because Kyle MacLachlan, because I think that's a fantastic role.
I feel like season 1 Twin Peaks was superior than the...
Yeah, I haven't, like, I just lost interest kind of within season 2. I should finish it one day, but whatever.
Jesus,
I watched Lost Highway, Dune, and Blue Velvet, and, like, for me, for sure, Blue Velvet is the best one. Because, like, Lost Highway has a character, I think he's called Mr. Eddie. He is so close to Dennis Hopper in Blue Velvet.
Uh-huh.
But for me, it just felt like, you should have cast Dennis Hopper, but then it would just be the same role as Frank Booth. I don't know. I almost said Cliff Booth.
And that's your boy too, Kyle MacLachlan.
Yeah, true. I mean, I wouldn't say he's like the best actor ever, but I just like seeing him in movies. He's cool.
Yeah.
All right, Lost
So
Highways is very confusing as I expected, but it was good.
what did you give it?
6.
A 6.
Yeah.
What did you just give a 5? So it's better than Kill the Irishman.
Yeah, totally. I think it's way better. Like, I don't think Kill the Irishman is very well made.
I
But
feel like I'm picturing you watching Kill the Irishman with just this disdain of Ray Stevenson when you're watching it. Just like,
no, I was totally disinterested in everything. Like, there's nothing in that movie that I was like, yeah, cool. So many exploding cars, dude.
There is a lot of exploding cars. I do remember that. Yeah, you're right.
Okay, I watched 2 more movies. I watched a Netflix movie, War Machine, with Brad Pitt. Same director as The King, but it's miles worse than The King.
I was interested in War Machine because of the director of The King. So
it's not very good. I don't know.
Even Brad Pitt.
Yeah, it's a very cartoonish role. I mean,
worse than Inglourious Bastards, like more cartoony, because that's what I felt like there was a vibe there.
I just feel like the humor just didn't work very well. Like, I mean, it's supposed to be a comedy, and Brad Pitt's character is supposed to be quirky and awkward and weird and stuff, but it's just, it's not funny.
Is it over the top patriotism with the movie too?
Not at all. It's very much like criticizing how little sense the whole Afghanistan conflict makes and stuff.
Okay.
Like, it's an anti-war movie, but very different because it doesn't actually show much war. There's only like one scene. Actually, Will Poulter is in that as well. And then you have some political stuff, and I don't know, it was okay, but I gave it a 4 because I just didn't like it.
I like that. Sometimes it's just what you have to say is I just didn't like it.
When you watch a comedy and you don't laugh, it tells you a lot.
Yeah, because that's a straight up comedy. I mean, that's what it looked like to me. So
it is, yeah.
Not a dramedy. Is there any drama in that at all? Is there any heart?
What drama?
Any drama? Any heart to the movie at all?
It's not an emotional movie, no.
So it's just kind of stupid then.
Yeah, it is. Like, I would almost compare it to Men Who Stare at Goats in a way. Like, just some weird humor that just doesn't work.
Did you like that? You didn't like Men Who Stare at Goats?
Not at all.
Not at all.
4. Yeah.
A 4.
Yeah, I don't know.
What did you give Burn After Reading again? What was that?
5? No, 6. 6.
You gave it a 6. Okay, that's acceptable.
Because that humor worked for me.
That's acceptable. I'm telling you, that'll age like a fine wine. Watch it again in like a couple years.
Yeah.
Once you see it, Brad Pitt just say Osborne Cox. That's all you need. That's all you need.
All right. The last movie I watched is actually very interesting. I was in the cinema to see Dr. Sleep.
Ooh.
With Ewan McGregor.
Okay, I'm
and
interested.
Rebecca Ferguson.
Very interested.
So I was never the biggest fan of Shining, even though it's pretty good. Like, I'm just not a huge Kubrick guy. I think you're neither.
Mm-hmm.
But The Shining is still a very good movie. I mean, I like it. And the weird thing, you mentioned this, Dr. Sleep is so close to the Kubrick movie, even though Stephen King hates that movie. Like, the problem with the Dr. Sleep is probably that it just relies too much for me. Like, I think it relies too much on stuff from The Shining. There are a lot of references and like shots that are the same. Okay. You even have they recast Shelley Duvall and Jack Nicholson, like those characters. They recast them and shot scenes from the past with them, and it actually works. Like, the movie, yeah, it works. Actually, I think it's a good sequel, which is weird, It is like, I don't know. I just didn't like the look of the movie. It had like a weird filter on it, I feel like.
Okay.
But
Like,
Rebecca Ferguson is very good in it, actually.
yeah, because I got to be honest, I had never read the book either, and it's like on my list to read the book, and I'm kind of indifferent about this movie because I kind of want to read the book instead of seeing it.
Mm.
Because I love Stephen King as a writer, I really do. He's one of the best writers I've ever personally read. He can have some bad ones though, but the
Dude,
amount
with
of
that output, of course.
yeah, I mean, it's tough to even hold a candle to the amount. Like, I mean, it is an 800 page book. You know, like it's so big. But I've always been interested in reading Doctor Sleep, so I don't know if I'm gonna watch it before I read it. I don't know because I kind of want to read it before I get spoiled, which I haven't.
I can see
been.
that. Yeah,
I've kind of stayed away from it a little bit. I watched the trailer, of course, but as soon as I saw that they were going for this Kubrickian thing, I was really indifferent about it because it's just strange that they did that.
it is. It is not a horror movie.
No, I didn't. I didn't think it was.
It. I mean, I thought the trailer, the first one, looked kind of strange. It like kind of bad actually. The
But
second one I liked.
You can't really call The Shining a horror movie either, though. I thought
No,
it's just
even though
I don't.
it's pretty funny that the guy behind me in the cinema, he almost pissed himself. It seems like, dude, that guy was super. He was always like, dude, this is insane. He was totally into this. And I mean, cool. But for me, this movie wasn't scary. It has some very intense scenes, but overall, the intensity is pretty low.
Okay.
Also, I mean, the cast, you've got Ewan McGregor and Rebecca Ferguson. That's kind of already enough for me because I love both. Also, I think we talked about that guy last week. Cliff Curtis is in it. The guy who's in every movie, almost.
Cliff Curtis, yeah.
And then a guy who was really good in this movie. I don't know. I don't think you know him. His name is Zahn McClarnon.
Zahn McClarnon.
Zahn McClarnon. He's a Native American actor, and he was in Bone Tomahawk in one scene. I think he's the professor. Yeah,
oh.
the professor who tells them don't go in that area, dude.
Oh, this guy. Yeah,
and he is
fantastic.
He's absolutely fantastic in Fargo season 2, and he's pretty good in Doctor Sleep. So I hope he's gonna be in more stuff. Honestly.
Well, I love him. I love him in the scene in Bone Tomahawk because
Oh,
that's
yeah.
part of the exchange with the Matthew Fox. But
Right.
but Doctor Sleep as a whole, as it just stands, you know, regardless of Stephen King or Kubrick or any of that thing, like, what do you rate it just as its own thing?
It's weird. It can't stand alone. You know.
It can't. Right.
It just relies too much on The Shining. I mean, it's a sequel. It's totally fine.
Mm-hmm.
I gave it a 6, even though it scratches the 7. I think it is. It is good actually. Like for 2.5 hours, I wasn't bored, and there's some very good scenes in it.
So it's one of the better Stephen King movies.
Yeah, it is. It's like it. It's also one of the better sequels we get these days because sequels. I mean, this is really they wanted to like Stephen King. This is based on a book, and he wanted to tell a story. You know, the sequel of Danny Torrance.
Right.
And so this as a movie totally makes sense as a sequel. You know, there's some stuff that I just don't see any sense in doing, like Charlie's Angel remake and stuff.
Yeah.
All that bullshit. But Doctor Sleep actually is a justified sequel, so that's good.
Okay.
And I mean, it has a 7.7 on IMDb. People really like this movie.
That's good to hear, actually, because I mean, it's very hit or miss with the adaptations from Stephen King. I mean,
that is true. Yes.
Very hit or miss. Like you're
in the tall grass was not
good. Yeah. I mean, I can go back to like there's the dark half. There's I mean, a lot of the made for TV shit is just shit anyway. The Tommy Knockers, all that stuff. The It original movie I thought was the only good TV movie they ever made. But I think everyone hailed The Shining as one of the better ones, even though Stephen King kind of disowns it a little bit, which is it's such a weird story. Like just
yeah, but I mean, I can see that you're kind of mad as an author when the director just takes creative liberty and changes stuff.
Yes, especially when the two of the main characters, which Danny and the mom, are very different in the book. Very different. I mean, Kubrick dropped the fucking ball on those characters big time. Big time. Even the Jack Nicholson character. You actually have redemption in the Shining with Jack Nicholson's character, which you don't have in the movie of The Shining.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a little redemption with Jack. But you don't get that in the movie at all in the Shining. But at the same time, there's something about The Shining because I saw it when I was a kid, like really young, and it fucked me up. So, it's just something about it.
Movie.
There's this mystique about it that it can stand on its own away from the book, and it's very rare that you're ever going to see that. So, it's interesting. The Shining is something that people can break down for the rest of time.
All right, that's all the movies I watched. Quite some stuff, actually. I think I noticed I watch like 10 movies a week. That's a lot.
That is a lot.
Okay, should we move over to Outlaw King?
Outlaw King. I still don't really like the title. I think that was one of the things that... No, I don't... I don't know. It's just Outlaw King.
I mean, it's more original than The King.
I agree, but I don't know. The title, I think that's what made me hesitate of watching this was the title and Chris Pine. Even though I like Chris Pine.
Yeah.
But it was kind of a weird casting because, I mean, back in the day you had, when Mel Gibson gets cast for, he directed it and produced it, so he cast himself, but...
Of course.
There wasn't like, I don't know, there wasn't like a big call for authenticity as there is now. So I didn't mind Mel Gibson being Scottish, but I don't know. It was weird because I was like, I kind of wanted a real Scotsman to be in the role.
Like in Braveheart, I think Robert the Bruce was played by a Scottish guy.
He was.
Angus MacFadyen, I think is his name.
He was. I was kind of talking more about Mel Gibson and Chris Pine, the parallels there, because Mel Gibson's Australian, as we know, but he sounds American as shit most of the time. Unless you're watching the first Lethal Weapon movie.
But first, did you like the movie?
I did.
Okay. So then first, what did you think about Chris Pine? Because I can judge accents very well.
Accent, I'm not like, I mean, I like to do accents, obviously, but I think Scottish is a hard one to do. So I don't fault him that much. I think it sounds a little more Irish and a little bit more Northern England. Because Northern England, as you know, right on the border of Scotland anyway, so you have that crossover a little bit. So I'm fine with it, actually.
It was totally solid.
I didn't. There wasn't nothing about it that I like. He didn't take me out of the role. I mean, I was very impressed once again with Chris Pine, especially after his previous work with David Mackenzie, the director, with Hell or High Water. So I'd like to see more from these two, actually, because they seem to work very well together, these two.
Also, which is super interesting about Outlaw King, I think, is the budget. It is $120 million, which is super high for a Netflix movie.
Yeah. I mean, that was also Netflix. I think they've kind of eased the brakes a little bit on the budget, but at the same time, they need to keep pushing it out to contend with the other stream, because the streaming wars have begun. They have begun.
Dude, I think Outlaw King is a movie I would have liked to see this in theater.
I agree.
I think this is totally suitable for the big screen.
I agree. I just like last week's movie. I feel like both of these movies. I mean, I would be fine if you put both of these movies up for Best Picture. So
I mean, Outlaw King was last year, so no chance anymore.
2018. You're right.
Besides Chris Pine, the star power isn't that high. Aaron Taylor Johnson has a fun role.
Yeah, Aaron Taylor Johnson, which I gotta say, not my favorite.
I don't know. I mean,
he kind of goes overboard just a little bit. I like the berserker, fucking feel of a warrior in a movie, but I just feel like he went overboard just a little bit, like in some scenes.
For me, he felt very similar to the Irish guy in Braveheart in a way.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. There was like that feel of the same guy.
For me, one of the most interesting cast members is Florence Pugh, who plays Robert's wife. She was amazing in Midsommar. and she was really good in Outlaw King.
That's who that
And
was, right? The blonde, was that her?
in Midsummer, yes, but she's not
Oh,
blonde in Outlaw King.
right. Okay.
She is one of those young actors who, in a few years, she's gonna be big star. She will be in the Black Widow movie. She's gonna be in Little Women, which
Mhm.
all round has an all-star cast. So she's gonna be one of the big ones. And
I could have gone without the relationship stuff.
I
I
mean,
mean,
yeah, but
it okay, so it worked. It worked for me. I'm not
right.
bashing it, but I would have preferred more, fucking negotiating more of the historical shit that really was great about the movie.
I mean, in the end, she's not very important because, I mean, spoiler: when she's captured, that's
Mhm.
kind of it.
Yeah.
Then they just meet again in the end, and that's it's
Yeah, there
it's
was
a
kind of
little
it kind of felt honestly the movie kind of felt cut. Especially when
maybe
it
yeah.
starts off. When it starts, there's a lot of quick cuts at the start of the movie. Like the first 20 30 minutes, I noticed it really like there's a lot of like
No,
just
wait a minute. The first 8 minutes is a long take.
no. I'm not talking about that. Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I wanted to talk about, like the reference to the Revenant. But I'm talking about after that, you kind of have a lot of quick cuts that feel like there were some scenes cut from the movie. So I feel like probably, again, just like The King, I would have liked a longer movie about this
Yeah,
subject.
this is way shorter than The King, 20 minutes shorter, and I think just add 30 minutes to it, and I think this would be a fantastic movie.
Yeah, I will say that
Probably.
I kind of prefer it over The King. I had more fun with it.
It
Um,
is it is way flashier and more action.
yeah, the violence is fucking amazing. I love
True
good
that, yeah.
violence, man. I Netflix. Kudos to Netflix. Like they don't give a fuck. I mean,
Yeah,
they are.
Disney will give a fuck, sadly, I think.
Yeah, that's gonna be one of the stronger points with Netflix.
Um,
Absolutely.
but like back to the actors,
Mhm.
really, I mean, in general, I really like Stephen Delane,
Yes.
Stannis Baratheon as Edward Longshanks.
When I
He
found
is
out
really
he
good
was,
in this.
when I found out, I think because you told me about that. I think
Yeah,
we were,
I did. Yeah,
yeah. And when I found that out, I was like, no. But I really liked him. I really liked him as Edward the First.
and but he's not even the main villain, which is, I mean, from an historical standpoint, it makes sense. Yeah, but it's kind of sad because you then just have your his like his pathetic son.
Oh, but I have to say though, I loved the son. I loved
Yeah, right. But
the
he's
Edward the
so
Second.
actually like I think I didn't know the actor, but I think he did it very well. That you just hate him. He's just super unlikable.
I had to look him up. Billy Howell. Yeah, I want to see him in more shit. Like
He
I
was in
liked.
Dunkirk.
Yeah, I noticed that. See, that's another movie that I haven't. I need to watch as well. But I really liked him in that role
Yeah,
because he was just the kind, just like the Joaquin Phoenix, gladiator type of guy. You kind of started to hate him a little bit
and
there.
even his followers hate him.
Well,
Everybody.
he was assassinated, like they say
Right.
at the end of the movie. That's true right there. So
Um.
that was one of the
It,
stronger points though for the movie was Billy Howell. Loved him.
what's up, Roy? Um. Yeah, totally. And dude, back to the violence. This movie, it has like I think 3 action scenes, and they're all amazing. Just the gore in this movie is so fun.
Hmm.
Especially the last battle when they just impale all the riders.
Yeah,
Good stuff.
I was really impressed with the battles because
Yeah, totally.
when I saw the preview, I was like, well, it because this is a spiritual successor in a lot of ways to Braveheart.
Yeah,
I
but
was like, I wonder if they're gonna capture like the feel of it, and I
not at
was
all.
well,
I mean, like I feel like through the whole look of the movie, it's very colorful.
there's a
It
lot
just
more
feels
color. Yeah,
totally different to Braveheart.
yeah, a
It
lot.
almost feels like an adventure movie,
Yeah, but not to the point of Knight's Tale. Not
and not to the point of being like unrealistic. I think.
no. I was just like the King. I was very impressed with Outlaw King.
Yeah,
And I definitely see myself watching this multiple times because the violence, the story, I mean, the whole story of the William Wallace. And I got to say, like, you got to talk about Braveheart when you talk about this movie.
Yeah.
I feel like,
yeah, right.
it makes the Robert the Bruce so much more likable. And, because, you know, he's in Braveheart, it's so confusing in a way because he's like, he betrays him pretty much. And then at the end, he's riding to, you know, can conquer him. So it just like, it was very, I never liked Robert the Bruce in Braveheart. I hated him so much. I don't like that actor anyway. So I think that's what it was. So I'm very happy that, the director here, David Mackenzie, who I found out is from Scotland.
I thought he was Australian.
He is from Scotland. So I think this is kind of cool that he paid homage and gave Robert the Bruce a fair shake here because Chris Pine's version is so much better.
Yes.
Than the other actor from Braveheart. So much better.
Also,
even Stephen Delane. I like Stephen Delane. That whole thing, Edward and Edward II are much better than Braveheart. Even though in Braveheart they are done well in a different way. Like, I can't say this is better than Braveheart. I'm not going to say that, but I really fucking like this movie.
Yeah, me too.
So, yeah, there's a lot of things about it that I just feel were kind of better than Braveheart, even though Braveheart as a whole, I think is the better film. But
because it's longer. Maybe.
It's longer. Yeah, I mean, I feel like if Outlaw King was a good 3 hours, good chunk, you know, I would really have, or even 2.5, like another 30 minutes. I could have gone for that for sure.
Just more epic scale.
I think, I feel like Chris Pine, I feel like we could have used more just screen time too with him because he was really good in this.
Yeah.
But everybody though, I mean, the cast was fantastic in this.
I really like his companions. Even though they don't have much to say or anything, it's just very fun. Well,
even the guy that he kills, I'm trying not to spoil it, but it's
I know what you mean. The
common guy, the
murder of that,
right. Because that's another thing about Braveheart is that, you know, that's why nothing ever happened is because these houses just were, you know, had sticks up their ass and they didn't want to, you know, move on. They couldn't unite. That was the whole point. So it was cool to see this aftermath that you didn't see from Braveheart. Because it does feel like a sequel in a way. Not a sequel, but a spiritual successor.
Yeah.
But I really liked the bald guy. I don't know the actor's name, but
the general of
yes.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
I love that guy. Yeah.
He's like he's on the side of England, but he's not actually like. I wouldn't consider him like a bad guy in that movie.
No, he's a likable likable. I just love
the wrong side, kind of, you know.
Well, he is a bad guy because he attacks him in the night. You know, I mean, he's kind of a piece of shit.
Dude, but Robert the Bruce just stabbed some guy. You know.
True.
Like, yeah.
True. All bets are off, and you wonder that, but at the same time, they shook on it. You know, so there was, you know, this honorable shake that they had, which one of my favorite scenes in the movie is when they just have that small exchange between each other. I mean, because the guy doesn't even hesitate. The general is like King of Scots. He just spits. And then he's like, you and I, we can end this, you know, just one-on-one. And he doesn't even hesitate. He's just like, all right, sure thing. So I kind of wanted to see that, even though that's not what happened, but yeah, I mean, talk about just the beatdown that Robert the Bruce had to go through in this movie to get that army together was really fun.
Oh yeah, right.
Yeah,
it gets kind of destroyed right away.
Yeah, whereas Braveheart kind of just escalates. He gets all the people right away, and they keep on going. Whereas I feel like Robert the Bruce almost had a harder time getting people together.
I mean, in the end, the final battle, his army is so tiny, and you have all those knights on horseback, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, I actually think the king is better.
Really?
I think so.
Well,
yeah.
The reason why I think I would agree with you, I here's the thing. Like, I think the King is a better movie, but I like Outlaw King more for me because I know I'm gonna watch
Outlaw King is more fun.
More
It's,
fun. Yeah.
it's good entertainment actually.
And very good battle scenes too. Like the King had great battle scenes, but Outlaw King really
Super
fucking
different.
very different. Yeah. But I agree with you on the color. Like I don't know why they didn't tone that down. Like that should have been, it should have been more Braveheart.
Even though I kind of liked it because it kind of makes it unique.
You kind of see it, and it's not like color didn't exist then. So, but
It's just the saturation of the movie is very high.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Good movie though. I mean it. But the thing, one of the reasons why I gotta agree with you on the King being the better movie is the soundtrack. I think.
Oh
really,
yes,
really edges it. Outlaw King for me really fell short on their score.
I don't even remember the soundtrack,
Exactly.
and I watched it a few days ago. You know,
Exactly. And the moment the King opens up, you just feel it. Like that's why
yes,
the King in the theater I think would have been really good, even though I don't think it would have done well. So I think it was good but Outlaw King, I kind of would have liked to have seen that in a cinema.
yes, totally.
Both of them. I mean, it's these are two movies that are powerhouses for Netflix, in my opinion.
Yeah, but it seems like not many people have seen them.
Yeah,
Because I think medieval stuff is kind of special interest.
it's a niche thing. Like people, I mean, I love
I
historical
always
movies.
like stuff like that. Yeah, me too.
Yeah, which is probably why I will watch The Last Kingdom too at some point because I am pining for that shit right now. So
I'm kind of in the mood to rewatch that show. That's one of the few shows I've ever rewatched actually.
Well, you watch Vikings, I'll watch Last Kingdom. There you go.
Vikings is way longer.
Nah, you'll be fine. You'll be fine.
Right.
Linus Roach. That's all you need. Roach.
Yeah, I know,
Roach?
and I heard it's like one of his best roles ever.
Oh, I love him in that, dude. I love him. I oh my god, as that king. Oh, such
It's
a good
just
role.
maybe I'll see Vikings when it's finished. You know.
Yeah, because you only got one more season, so once that's done, yeah, I
think that's on Prime actually. So.
Yeah.
All right. What's your rating for Outlaw King?
I think I gave the King a 9, didn't I? I think I gave it a 9.
An 8.
I gave it an 8?
Gave it an 8. Yeah.
I would probably rate this the same, even though I have because I liked it. I mean, I could totally see myself sitting down watching Braveheart and then Outlaw King, like just.
Dude,
together.
I just thought I would like to see a sequel to this, even though it's not gonna happen. You know, just like I just feel I just like the whole style of the movie. You know, I could watch this for hours. Probably.
I think that's just you and me too. How we feel about historical movies. Like we both feel like both of these movies, The King and Outlaw King, could have been longer.
Yeah, true.
I mean, I'd prefer a 3-hour venture. Anytime you do a historical movie, I like a good meaty 3 hours if it's possible.
I give Outlaw King a 7.
7's solid though.
Yeah, right. Like a good 7. It could be an 8, but since I said that The King was better and The King is an 8 for me.
So what's the shortcomings that doesn't it?
I'm not sure. Maybe it's the score. So, dude, like maybe it's the score that makes me not be emotionally invested enough. You know.
Mm-hmm. The score does hurt it,
and like I just kind of prefer the style they went for with The King.
I think too that I think they made the villains probably too likable. I don't know why in Outlaw King because in Braveheart you didn't like them. In Braveheart, you did not like them at all. You did not like Edward the fucking Longshanks at all.
Dude, we didn't talk about the first scene.
Oh yeah,
because that's fucking fantastic.
That long continuous shot they do, especially when you swoop around, and you got to realize that how coordinated you have to be when you're swooping around to get everybody out of the way and shit like that.
Like
so
it
impressive.
Really feels like just some guy sat there with a camera just following these events and they really happened, you know. It just feels very, very cool. And then it ends with the werewolf shooting at the castle, and it's fucking amazing.
Oh my god.
Very good logic.
Yeah, I could see where the budget went when I forgot about the werewolf scene. But yeah, the way you're right, the way he just walks out, Stephen Delane, and you see that castle in the background like that.
It looks so good.
They have some incredible shots in this movie, man. There's another shot I remember of Chris Pine. There's something in the back of him and something's on fire, but can't remember what scene that is.
They burned some castles.
They do burn a lot of castles.
By the way, there's a scene where Edward II guts his brother, and that looks that was fucking brutal.
Yeah.
Very well made.
Yeah, I really liked Edward II.
Yeah, he's hateable.
He's very hateable, but just at the same time trying to be nice. I love those kind of characters. I love psychopaths.
He is pathetic.
He is an absolute psychopath. I love when they pull it off, and I feel like that actor just fucking pulled it off. Because, when you think about the Edward II in Braveheart, it's like, Jesus, talk about a miles difference of attitude.
I don't even remember his face, I think. Not really.
Well, all they did was go with the homosexual, stuff.
For me, I like when I think of Edward II and Braveheart, I just think of the guy in The Princess Bride, I think. The villain.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
Just remember him getting slapped by Eddie all the time.
Yeah, right. So we have an 8 and a 7.
I bet you. I think you'll get to an 8 at some point.
Yeah, I mean, the thing with Outlaw King is, which I think is way I would watch this more times than The King.
Yes.
Probably.
Yeah.
Because it's just way more fun in a way. Even though I think The King is the better movie.
There's that other actor too. I was gonna mention the guy that played Angus.
Oh yeah, Tony Curran.
He really reminds me of the guy from The King, Sean Harris, just a little bit.
But different character, totally.
Totally different. But there's something because at first I'm like, is that Sean Harris? And then I was like, no, that's not him.
Actually, I know that guy, that actor. I haven't seen him in any other movies, I think, but I know that guy because some people made a fan casting of Robert's Rebellion, and they said Tony Curran should play Tywin Lannister. And I could see that. He has the look of Charles Dance, kind of.
Yeah.
And he's Scottish. Wow.
He is a true Scot. A true Scot. I will say another thing that I really appreciate about the Outlaw King is the nods to the history of Scotland. They mention when they're crowning Robert the Bruce that they lost their sacred coronation stone. I love that they added that in there because that is a big part of history of Scotland. Edward the Longshanks actually sat on it for as long as his reign. He had it fashioned under. This is a sacred stone of the Scots. It's the stone of Scone or something. But every king who's ever been coronated was coronated under this sacred stone of Scotland. He actually put it under his chair so he would sit under it, sit on top of it. Like that's how much of an asshole.
Motherfucker.
Yeah, but that stone stayed with England for 6 centuries. So just a little historical fact there. But Scotland finally did get their stone back.
I'm always surprised how much history stuff, because I didn't know any of the shit. I'm not an expert on medieval England.
It's a big credit to my dad, Just like the first episode of Vikings, there's a little nod, a big history nod there when he holds up the sunstone to find the sun. It's just little things like that I love that because that's one of the reasons the Vikings could see the sun is because of that sunstone that they used to look up into the overcast sky to find the sun. Love that shit. Okay. Love that shit.
All right. I mentioned that last week. Should we move on to the actors' ratings?
The actors' ratings. How many actors do you have?
I don't know. Some. We don't have to talk about these in depth, but I've got like 50, I think.
50?
Yeah, but it's yeah. Come on.
Well, would you allow me a 5-minute break to?
Of course.
Okay, then give me 5
minutes. I need a as well.
All right, sounds perfect. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back.
All right.
Oh, all right. Actor
You good?
ratings. I'm good.
All right. So, first, I think like rating actors, it's kind of hard. No. It's kind of stupid as well, but whatever.
What's the rating scale here?
1 to 10, and then I take both our ratings and make the average out of it.
Oh my god. Okay.
So I got my calculator.
All right. What do you got? What do you got?
First, this list, I think some like I didn't look over it twice. Some actors I put on the list might be like some weird choices,
Okay.
but I tried to find people where I at least could talk about. And you probably too.
I got
There's
my
not
IMDb ready because I know you got some obscure people here coming my way.
okay. Yeah, but first, um, we'll start with an actor where I think there is no doubt. Oh, wait, one sec. How do we interpret this list? Like, what do we want to rate? Just the acting talent overall, or acting range, or what do you think?
Uh,
Because like, there's a difference. Acting range, I think, then we would actually have some 1-star ratings.
yeah, yeah, because you
But
know
with
what I'm gonna
acting
rate. You
talent,
know what I'm gonna rate Bruce Willis. So
not sure if he's in the list though.
yeah.
um. So yeah, like I think range. There's a bigger range of ratings. But
Well, I think you
yeah,
just have to incorporate everything. You got to range and
yeah. But then you
body of work too.
okay. Yeah, let's just start. Okay. I started off with a no-brainer because I think there's no discussion about this. Leonardo DiCaprio.
10.
Right.
Absolute
That's what I
10.
thought.
Absolute fucking 10. Now, absolute 10. Yeah, ever
Yeah.
since Catch Me If You Can for me, 10. So,
I mean, it's like, yeah. Right. There's
especially if
nothing
you look
else
at
to
the
say.
body, especially when you look at the body of work that he's compiled. I mean, he chooses his roles very wisely. Very wisely.
That's true. Yeah. And I'm not sure. Maybe he's the only total 10 out of both our ratings. Who knows?
It might be, yeah.
Um.
So we agree
Okay.
on
Yeah. Totally.
that.
Aaron Paul.
Aaron Paul. That's a good one there. Okay. Because I like Aaron Paul.
He is very good in Breaking Bad. But
Mhm.
besides that,
Exactly. What happens after Jesse Pinkman is a big because he's in Westworld season 3, and I'm
I
excited
haven't
about
seen that.
that. I think he might just be a show guy.
I think he is, yeah.
Because I'm really upset that Hulu canceled The Path. I really like that show too, man. Because it's about a cult, a religious cult. Very
that's
well
all.
done. Well done show. And it's a shame that they canceled it. So, but at the same time, in the other roles that I've seen him in, I just feel it's Jesse Pinkman in a lot of ways.
Have you seen Need for Speed?
It wasn't really on my list. Was it any good?
Actually, yes. Kinda. It's alright.
Oh, Barbarian puts him at a 7
Oh,
overall.
I mean, we're gonna see.
A 7 is generous to Mr. Paul.
Yeah, but like you can't exclude how good he is at Jesse Pinkman.
Right.
But still, yeah. Besides that, I was surprised how solid he is as a voice actor in BoJack Horseman, because he plays a very good character in that one.
Well, for judging voice acting, then Mark Hamill's a 10. You know.
True.
Except for Chucky. Actually, no, I'm sorry. That brought him down. That brought him down big time. Okay, Aaron Paul, honestly, Barbarian, I got to agree with him. I'm going to give him a 7 because I want to see more. So
yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Okay, I
But
think
based on body of work, it'd probably be like more 6ish. Because I do feel like there's just a fine line of the one trick pony. So hopefully we'll see more, basically.
okay, I think I'll give him a 6.
Yeah, a 6 feels right, but I feel like 7 just based on looking forward to more roles with him.
Okay, so overall he's a 6.5.
That sounds good, yeah.
Yeah, that doesn't sound that bad actually.
No.
Okay. Oh, maybe here's a 10. Gary Oldman.
Ooh.
Because we talked about this today before.
We did talk about it today. For me, he's. I gotta go 10 for Mr. Oldman. Yeah,
I mean, I don't understand this list as how much I like these actors. It's just how good they are.
Mm-hmm.
And like I'm not the biggest Gary Oldman fan. Like he's not a reason for me to watch anything.
A lot of movies. A lot of movies too.
Yeah, he did a lot of shit also, but
Exactly.
he's always fantastic. And like considering Batman and Dracula and Leon the Professional and stuff, yeah, he's a straight 10.
I agree. And not to mention, let's not forget my favorite movie with him, True Romance. It's like the best 10 minutes ever.
Okay, that's not even 10 minutes. It's like 2.
Drexel, the pimp. Fantastic. Role.
Right, yeah, Barbarian, you're right. 90% of the time you don't even know it's him. Because, yeah, true.
And that speaks to the man's range, his talent, and how far he's willing to go.
I mean, just even without the mask of Churchill, I said this. The difference between Sirius Black and Commissioner Gordon is huge for me.
Huge. Miles
how great he is.
Yeah.
That moment when I always know who's in the movie. Okay, next one. Colin Firth.
Ooh.
I was gonna say it's straight 10.
Colin Firth is a 10 for you.
Have you seen The King's Speech yet?
Oh yeah, I've seen The King's Speech.
That performance alone is for me a 10 out of 10.
Right.
And then you have Kingsman and all that bullshit. Dude, I really like Colin Firth.
I like him as well.
Oh, this is not how much I like them,
This will be an 8 for me. 8 for Colin Firth.
Okay.
Because I feel like the thing with Colin Firth is he can't transform the way that DiCaprio and Oldman can. That's the knock on Colin Firth.
Actually, okay, you convinced me. He's a 9 for me.
Yeah, I mean 9 is good. Yeah, 8, 9 I feel like is generous for him because he's incredible in every role that he's in, but he's just Colin Firth in a lot of ways. So that's the barrier for me with Colin Firth. But I love Colin Firth. I've loved Colin Firth since I saw the Pride and Prejudice adaptation a long time ago. I saw that in school. So yeah.
He gets an 8 for me on Kingsman alone, but he's basically a generic Englishman. I wouldn't say that. Watch The King's Speech. That's a 10 out of 10 performance.
He's definitely the Englishman, though. I agree with what he's saying.
Yeah, that's true. But he's not generic.
Like when you want an English movie, Colin Firth is. I mean, there's a plethora of fucking actors for English, but he's definitely one of them that you. But I love him in Kingsman. That
true
great role, great fucking role for him.
It wouldn't be as good without him, honestly.
Yeah, and honestly, like he's still playing an Englishman in that movie, but I kind of go against what I said about not one trick pony. I'm not saying that, but. You get what I'm saying about the transformation. I think Kingsman is more of a probably the most transformation you're going to see out of him because it's a different role.
That is true.
Yeah.
So overall, he's an 8.5 for us, which seems right.
That seems right to me. Yeah.
All right. This is going to be interesting. Samuel L. Jackson.
Ooh. Okay. So this is just going to be based on body of work for me and likability. 7.
For me, like, I mean, does he have a lot of range?
I think he does, but he doesn't use it.
Yeah, right. Like the most he gets out of himself is in Tarantino movies.
I mean, this is an actor. This is an actor that's happy to collect the check. I mean,
seems like it, yeah.
Yeah, and I think he has the most movie. Like he's got some records under his belt.
He's definitely the actor I've seen most movies with. For sure, I've seen like 40 or 50 Samuel L. Jackson movies, which is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
8 because Sam Jackson just plays Sam Jackson. Yeah, but you gotta consider range. Like that's the reason. Like he's always playing himself. That's for me is the reason that he's not. For me, I wouldn't rate him as highly as an 8.
That's why he's a 7 for me, but I think he's a 7 because of Tarantino as well. Without the Tarantino roles, I think he kind of hurts a little bit.
For me, his 3 best performances by far for me is my favorite by him is in Django.
Yes,
because that's so different to everything he did before.
Yeah, then for me it goes Django and Jules. Django then Jules for me.
Yeah, right. Django then Pulp Fiction, and for me also Unbreakable.
I do like him as Glass. I agree.
Right.
I agree. I think he's the best part about Unbreakable and Glass is
Bruce Willis.
Glass. No, not at all.
So yeah, I think I would give him a 7 as well, which makes him a 7 overall, which is higher than I expected, kind of.
I can't go against the amount of movies I like him in, and I really like him as Nick Fury too. I feel The Negotiator he's really good in too, but he's still Samuel Jackson too.
That's right. Yes.
He's kind of hard to break away from himself. He really is.
He was also kind of interesting in Kingsman, actually.
Right.
But he's still kind of Samuel Jackson.
Still Samuel Jackson.
Yeah.
Yes. Very much Samuel Jackson.
Okay, I think now we're getting a lower rating.
Okay.
Jason Statham.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I like him, but is he a good actor? Not really.
I mean, he's pretty good in Snatch, though. And he's good in Lock,
Yeah,
Stock.
but like he in Snatch, he's not. Yeah, but dude, like besides that, he's always kind of the same. And it's not even that his performance in Snatch is that impressive.
Well, he somehow broke into the action genre like long ago and really wrote it. It kind of bums me out a little bit because I like him so much, and I'd rather see him go back to the Guy Ritchie style, you know. So great voice, you know. I love Jason Statham, but I'd probably go about a 5. Like Barbarian said, as soon as I said 5, I looked down, and it says Jason Statham is a 5 tops. Yeah. Yeah.
For me, by far, Snatch is his best performance.
Agreed.
Because it's not an action role.
Yeah.
And I don't think it's even that good, so I'd give him a 4.
I think he's still capable of acting. So
yeah, like it doesn't mean I'm not saying that I don't like him or that he's totally awful, but he doesn't have any range.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think, yeah, you're probably right.
Okay, so
it's not like he can ever disguise his voice either. You're always going to hear Jason Statham's voice.
So we've got a 4.5 overall on Jason Statham,
which sounds right.
Yeah. So far, like all the ratings sound right. Mm-hmm. Michael B. Jordan.
Ooh. Okay, so based on Fruitvale Station and Creed.
Oh, you've seen Fruitvale Station?
Oh yeah. Yeah,
that's
and
fantastic movie.
I saw Chronicle as well, which I like Chronicle. But Creed to me was his shining fucking moment.
Yes, I agree.
Oh, and then also, you know, he was the best part about Black Panther. So
that's what everybody's saying, huh?
Yeah, it's one of the best Marvel villains they've ever had. So, and he kind of carried the movie in a lot of ways because I don't feel like the main guy in Black Panther, I can't say his name. I don't remember what his name is. Oh, Chadwick Boseman. There we go.
Oh, he was weak.
I get him confused with the guy's name from 12 Years a Slave, and I don't know why I shouldn't get them confused, but I do.
The actor who I don't know how to pronounce his name.
Chiwetel Ejiofor.
Chiwetel Ejiofor something.
yeah, that guy.
Yeah.
I would say
Barbarian gives him a 6. So what's your experience you had with him if you say you only have once? You only have one experience?
Probably Black Panther. Maybe Fantastic Four. If it's Fantastic Four, then...
yeah. I haven't seen that, but I heard it's pretty bad, you know.
Yeah, you got to see him in... I feel like Creed and Fruitvale Station is the movies that highlight his acting skills.
Yeah.
And I'm going to give him about a 7.
Me too, actually.
I kind of want to go higher, but he is going to be dangerously close of getting typecast in some certain roles, I think. So,
read what. Let's do. Okay.
And at first, I thought he was a Wayans. That's fucked up. Yeah.
Okay, I'll give it a 7. I'll give him a 7 as well, dude. My English is totally bullshit today.
I think we all agree that the world needs more Wayans. You know,
right?
Everybody needs more.
I think Michael B. Jordan still has there's still a lot of time to show what he's capable of. So
completely agree.
He's very young, you know. Mm-hmm. So. Okay, Emilia Clarke.
Ooh, Jesus Christ.
Right.
Oh, yeah, she Yeah, that's gonna be a 1 for me.
Really?
Yes, that
A
low.
1.
Yep. I don't think she can
Just
act.
because I think that she had her moments as Daenerys.
I'll give her a 2. I'll give her a
Yeah,
2.
me too.
Yeah,
She's
I'll
a
give her a
solid
2.
2.
A solid 2 because
Solid 2.
even the ending, when the bells go off, I love that scene when the bells go off in
That's
that
fucking
last.
stupid.
I love the scene when the bells go off and when she loses it on the dragon like that. I love the look on her
Can we not
face.
talk about that, please? Yeah,
Ah,
like that was probably her brightest moment for acting.
that's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's the point I was making, not the aftermath of that. But yeah, solid 2 for Amelia Clark.
Solid.
Not looking forward to anything else she's in. I don't think she'll ever have a role like Daenerys Targaryen.
I mean, I can tell you, I've seen 4 movies with her,
Mm-hmm.
and they've all been bad. Not just her, the movies. I mean, I like Solo, but she's like
but
not even
just
the
like
main
we
character.
just like we talked about last week, though. Like I
Yeah.
forgot that she was in Solo.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah.
Yeah. Solo will be the forgotten Star Wars movie. You know.
Yeah, and the kind of underrated one, or like, it doesn't deserve that
Sadly, sadly underrated actually, because I agree. It's a solid fucking Star Wars movie.
Yeah.
It's more enjoyable than The Last Jedi. So.
Because it makes sense.
Yes. Yeah. I
Dude,
still like. There's a lot about The Last Jedi I like though, but man,
Yeah. Also, I mean, we talked about this a lot, like a few times. I don't think that Last Jedi deserves all the hate.
No, it doesn't. But it didn't help itself. Like they did it to themselves with that.
Yeah, right. I mean, I can totally understand when people hate that movie.
Mm-hmm. Which, speaking of based on the success already of The Mandalorian, there's rumors that Jon Favreau might be taking a bigger, significant role in the Star Wars universe. So I'm very happy to hear that. So,
Mr. Disney.
if there's a good he's a good Mr. Disney. I'm happy with Favreau because Favreau is a very talented guy. Talk about a guy that doesn't have the look of Hollywood, but man,
he knows how to make movies for the masses.
And Swingers and Made, if you have not seen those movies,
I've not.
Oh God, that is Vince Vaughn at his fucking best. So,
not Dragged Across Concrete.
Different roles, man. I'm talking about just straight up. These are like Swingers and Made are Vince Vaughn off the leash. Just go basically. Made especially. Made, he's to the point where he's irritating, but in a good way. Like you're just like, oh my God, I couldn't take this guy if I was with him.
So it's convincing.
Very convincing.
Okay, let's move on.
Yes.
Jessica Chastain.
Ooh.
We talked about her a bit on our first show about the most violent year, where she wasn't that good.
Ooh, yeah. That one definitely hurts her, but I like her.
Yeah. Interstellar.
Yes. 7.
7.
I feel like it's a generous 7 based on likability.
I can agree on that. Okay, let's give her a 7. That's still way better than Emilia Clarke,
2. Yeah, I don't know if anyone's going to beat Emilia Clarke, actually.
Probably. Not spoiling, though, but yeah. You don't know Jessica Chastain. She's been in X-Men Dark Phoenix this year.
That's really selling
it too. No. And actually, what has she been in?
Zero Dark 30.
That movie Lawless with Shia LaBeouf. Oh, it's okay.
Zero Dark 30 as well.
I haven't seen that. Huh. Have I seen that many movies with her? Actually, I don't think so. But Interstellar, that's enough,
Yeah.
All right, Sean Bean.
I gotta go 6 for Sean Bean.
I think I go with a 5.
Yeah,
because
it feels right to me.
I mean, Boromir and Eddard aren't that, far away from each other in a way.
Well, I really like him in Patriot games.
True. Yeah.
I like him in Patriot games
a 5
a lot.
Is not bad.
Yeah, 5 or 5.5, which would be the average, I think is pretty good for Sean Bean because he was really good as Ed Hart too, like that.
Maybe if you lived longer, yeah.
And that was a career-changing role too for Sean Bean. So
I just have the feeling that I've never seen him like really showing off his talent.
The Martian
In a big
way.
He was in that.
Yeah, it's a good role actually in The Martian.
But it's minor.
Exactly, and
just
it's not
that as well.
And it's not like a big acting role either. So
not at all.
Yeah.
All right, so I go with a 5, you 6.
Mm-hmm.
So we've got 5.5. Anne Hathaway.
Ooh, fuck! Talk about unlikability.
I think so. I kind of like her. She's all right.
It's her attitude. She's just kind of
bitchy.
Pardon the French, a little cunty. Is that a word? A little. I don't know.
Okay.
She's just not my cup of tea. But I get like she's just hailed the classic Hollywood darling type thing. She definitely can act, but she's turned in some fucking shitty movies. Like I think she's overrated.
Oh.
I think Les Miserables, she was very good. Other than that,
probably her peak.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think she peaked. I like her in Interstellar though, but that's about it.
I like her as Catwoman a lot, actually.
She was okay as Catwoman, but that's another one of those you can't touch Michelle Pfeiffer. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Michelle Pfeiffer is so good.
I mean, just for Les Miserables, I think I'll go with a 7.
What did I give her? I haven't
Nothing
rated yet. Let's go with a 5.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just based on unlikability.
So it's a solid 6 out of 10.
I mean, I'll watch her movies and I'll praise her when she deserves to be praised, but she's not a draw at all for me.
No, I wouldn't say that as well. No.
Yeah,
she's more of a body role than an act. Okay, right. Hugh Jackman.
Ooh, a lot of likability here. A lot of likability. Oh yeah,
he's an amazing guy. It seems like.
Yeah, it's hard. I don't feel like a lot of people dislike Hugh Jackman, and you've heard me complain so many times about the X-Men movies.
And Van Helsing.
He at least turned in, a good performance as Wolverine.
He is Wolverine, basically. He is that guy.
I don't agree with that at all because
but for me, I won't accept any other actor as Wolverine.
I'm so excited to see someone else play Wolverine actually. So because I don't think they did it justice. And that's a comic book thing. So I can't it's hard for me because he's too tall. But the snarl was great. He had a great snarl. You can't get away from that snarl.
Okay, so Barbarian is saying Hugh Jackman is an 8 at least. I just saw the poster for Prestige on my screen, Yeah, Hugh Jackman's pretty good.
Well, I mean, I talked about it, The Fountain, a couple weeks ago, too.
Oh, right.
I think that's his best.
Taron Egerton is going to be Wolverine? What?
That's a rumor.
Oh.
Rumor.
Is Wolverine English?
Yeah. The X-Men stuff is not even nearly in the books yet for MCU, so it's going to be a while.
Yeah, but Taron Egerton, I would like to
see him. I don't think you're going to hear any X-Men casting news, real deal MCU casting news until we've heard he is Canadian. I don't think you're going to hear any of that until Fantastic Four has been casted and actually until Fantastic Four is in production. Maybe then you'll hear the X-Men castings.
It will probably take a while, which is fine for me.
Taron Egerton might be able to pull that off, though. Maybe.
Dude, after Rocketman, he can pull anything off.
But Hugh Jackman, I'm going to agree with Barbarian because the likability is so high with Hugh Jackman.
Yeah, but we're rating acting talent.
Yeah, but I feel like he's tuned in some. I mean, Prisoners and The Fountain. Prisoners.
Prestige.
Yeah, and Les Miserables.
Right. And Logan. So, I liked him in Logan.
He was very good in Logan, yeah. So I feel like he gets an 8 for me because I feel like I think he's capable of winning an Academy Award.
True, yeah.
That's why I rate him so high, is because based on Prisoners and The Fountain, I think he's got chops that people haven't really seen. And again, good to get away from the Wolverine role. You know, it's good when people can retire away from these roles.
For me, it's a 7, I think.
Which is a 7.5 sounds solid for Hugh.
Yeah, right.
Honestly.
Sounds right.
Yeah.
Okay, interesting one. Mark Wahlberg.
Ooh.
Because I've recently seen his best 3 performances, and
Yeah.
like for me, dude, Dirk Diggler, good role.
He gets a 5 for me.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, he's a 5 for me as well.
Just right on the middle ground.
He's just like total average, I think.
He's capable of doing pretty. Like I feel like The Fighter is gonna be like the peak performance, but you're still watching Mark Wahlberg and you can't get away from his voice either. Like he always sounds the exact fucking same, except for The Departed. He doesn't, because he's doing that over the top Boston thing, but he just always sounds like the street kid Mark Wahlberg, so.
Also, the thing with Marky Mark is that he can be very good. Not very good. He can be good and he can be very bad sometimes.
And Barbarian's right.
I think a 5 is right.
But Barbarian's right. At least he does comedy, and he is very funny in the comedies.
That is true, yes.
Very funny.
But I think just, a 5 is just right for him.
I agree. Well, I mean, just look at The Happening. That's all you got to look at if you want to see bad acting.
Oh, God, yeah. So. Yeah, right. That's what I just said. He can be very bad.
It's terrible. It's so terrible. Oh, my God.
It's one of the worst movies I've ever seen.
And the fact that M. Night Shyamalan tried to pass it up. He's like, oh, no, it's a spoof movie. It's like, motherfucker.
No, it's not.
That movie failed. Everyone hated it. Now you're going to call it a, spoof movie. My ass. Okay.
Edward Norton.
Ooh.
I think I'll go with a 9.
Almond, I'm going to completely agree with you.
All right. So we've got a 9. That's actually the 3rd highest so far.
Yeah, because I still think we haven't seen his best role yet.
Oh, really? Okay.
Well, I mean, his Academy Award role has not been. He should have won it for Birdman.
Yes.
I feel like Birdman was probably my favorite role with him.
The most recent one I found very impressive was Primal Fear. That kind of sticks to me.
Which is like his first one too.
Yeah, right. And then you have Fight Club and American History X. He's just. But yeah, I don't see a reason to not give him a 10, but kind of. There might be more.
He's kind of a dick.
No, I think he's just an artist, and it's fine to be kind of insane, as an artist.
Which is why you like Shea so much, right?
Right. Nicolas Cage.
Ooh, 10 out of 10. Easy. I mean, you can't. I can't even. Can't say that with a straight face. But so there's going to be some nostalgia here for me,
dude,
and likability. Nicolas Cage.
Yeah, also
solid.
He turned in some amazing performances.
Right.
He's not bad at all.
I want to give him.
He can be bad, but
I want to give him an 8, but I think it's a 7.
I think a 7 sounds right.
7 sounds good to me with Nicolas Cage because you're right. He did turn in some really good performances back in the day, but he's got
Nick Cage gets a 5 for me. Okay.
Yeah, my sister hates Nick Cage with a passion. So there's people that truly hate Nick.
He's
Cage
kind of a meme. So.
Well, he's turned into one. Absolutely.
Yeah, like he's not taken seriously anymore, which is kind of sad in a way because he back in the 90s he's been so great.
Well, that's actually movie news as well. He's in talks to have a role about himself. It's a movie. I think it's The Incredible Weight of Talent or something, where he goes back in time, I think, to talk himself out of bad roles. Yeah, that sounds like
kind of trashy.
It sounds trashy, but I think it might be one of those little gems if it's done right. Kind of like being John Malkovich type shit. So.
Maybe if it's the right director.
Yeah,
Spike Jonze.
But there seems to be a little hype in the because I caught a couple of news articles on that.
For me, that probably depends who's in the movie alongside him. Because if it's just him, like if he's the only name I know, I'm not very tempted, I think.
And I wonder if they're going to do any de-aging too, like stuff like that. See, that might a lot of interesting things you can do with that weird concept. But if there's an actor that you could do that with, I think Nick Cage is like the one.
Yeah. Yeah, but seven sounds right.
I agree. Yeah.
Okay, Val Kilmer.
Great body of work at the start, but
Right.
yeah.
I mean,
Six.
it's not really his fault that
it's gonna be fuck. It's hard, man, because of the Doc Holliday.
because you love Doc Holliday's. Yeah, I do too.
I love the Doc Holliday role. I love the Willow role. I love the Top Gun role. He's such a dick in Top Gun, and he was really good in the comedies that he was in before. Top Secret and Real Genius, total comedies. But
I think I watched 10 minutes of Top Secret when I was younger, and I just thought, what the fuck?
The Barbarian with the Saint. The Saint's actually underrated. I think the Saint's pretty good.
I'll give Vel a 6.
It's hard to give him a 6 because I want to give him a 7 because of Doc Holliday. But overall,
how would you rate the Doc Holliday performance just as one?
It's a 10 for the Doc Holliday.
Okay.
I think that was worthy.
As a performance, though,
I think that
10
was
10 out of 10.
I think that was worthy of an Academy Award. Straight up. That's a straight up
seemed
method
like a hard
acting
role
right
to
there.
pull off, yeah.
And especially when you look at even Dindrum in my chat says 10. When you compare it to the Wyatt Earp movie, Dennis Quaid's portrayal of Doc Holliday, it's not even close. So, not even close.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm still gonna give him a 6 because he just, he's basically about 4 movies for me that really stand out. And I like him as Jim Morrison in The Doors.
Yeah, but I don't like The Doors.
It's a tough one. It's a tough movie there.
Such a trippy movie.
It's got Kyle MacLachlan in it though.
Right, that was the reason I watched it actually. I think I'll give him a 7 to make him a 6.5 because that does sound right to me.
That sounds great. Yeah. I'm really curious to see him in the new Top Gun. I want to see how he looks.
Maverick.
I wonder if they're going to capitalize on the sickness and just make him like sick, or I don't know.
He's also kind of old. He's 60.
Well, he's old. Plus, he got really fat there for a while.
Yeah.
And then the throat
Killed
cancer.
the Irishman.
Yeah, he was pretty hefty. That's why I say Kiss Kiss Bang Bang is the last real Val Kilmer.
Yeah.
And it's a good role too. It's a good role because I really like Val Kilmer, but he doesn't have a big body of work there. I think.
Well,
he was kind of a dick. He was kind of a dick too. So.
All that counts is that he did one 10 out of 10 performance, right?
Right.
Okay.
Mad Mardigan from Willow, right? Yeah.
Right. Ryan Reynolds.
Ryan Reynolds. Yeah, definitely not Academy Award level at all.
I think for me, he's not above 5.
I gotta go 6 just based on likability. I think he's incredibly funny and his timing is great.
For me, he's hit or miss. I like him as Deadpool, but
I don't think anybody could play that role.
Right, like he's perfect for that, but besides that, his other comedies weren't really my thing.
Right.
Only. Yeah, I think I'll give him a 5, which makes him a 5.5.
Which feels right, yet again.
Yeah, it does. Okay, this is a heavy one. Even though I haven't seen his best performance, probably. Jamie Foxx.
Oh, Jamie Foxx.
Ray. That's the reason.
8. Jamie Foxx. 8. Yeah.
I love him as Django, of course.
You need to see, you know what, I'll change. I'll go 9 actually with Jamie Foxx because Jamie Foxx has continued to impress me. So
true that, yeah.
I would even say Jamie Foxx, if I don't like to do labels of African American actors, but he is to me the tops. So
yeah,
one of the tops anyway.
Yeah, the great thing about Jamie Foxx is he has great comedic talent.
Mm-hmm.
Even though like the horrible bosses movies aren't that great, but Motherfucker Jones, dude, that cracks me up every time.
Yeah, but I mean, even the movie you don't like, I think he's great in Miami Vice, and even in Collateral, he's very good in Collateral.
Yeah, very different.
You definitely need to see Ray because
I know.
It's just one of those movies. It's like it was one of those years when you just knew it's like, all right, well, he's getting the Oscar, and it, right? I mean, completely. And Barbarian's right. act, sing, dance, comedy. He really has incredible range, and I do believe he will get another Oscar. So
Could be, yeah.
but his Electro role didn't help anything. So.
No. Also, his role in Robin Hood.
Yeah,
Difficult.
that never looked good.
I think I'll give him an 8 because I haven't seen Ray, so I haven't seen enough to really judge, but I love him as Django, of course.
Right,
And he's one of my favorite actors.
And Django still has Jamie Foxx. Like, you still feel like that's because he's got some comedy in there.
Yes,
but Ray is that's a role right there.
I feel like in Django there is a line, the line, "I like the way you die, boy," and I feel like that, like, the only guy who can pull that off the way he does is Jamie Foxx. I love it. That's one of my favorite scenes of all time.
Yeah, and if Tarantino ever said, "Hey, Django 2 is coming," I would lose my mind.
Oh yeah, true.
I would love to see more Django. You know, I mean, I've already said it
Dude,
before.
I've never thought about that possibility, but that would sound amazing, yes.
Well, you could do it, especially because there's the comic book, the Django Zorro thing. I mean, I don't know if that would translate well to the screen, but...
Dude, I'm so hyped for that comic.
Yeah.
I will get that. I will get that shit.
That might lead you into some comics. You never know.
Maybe, yeah. Roy, you don't have to see Robin Hood. It's not worth it.
Yeah.
Even though I like Taron Egerton and Jamie Foxx, but dude, that movie is just garbage. Okay, so Jamie Foxx is an 8.5.
It's pretty good.
That's pretty good, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, this is interesting. Harrison Ford.
It's a ton of likability, not a lot of range.
Right.
However, there is a movie with Harrison Ford called Regarding Henry.
I heard about that, yeah.
Yes.
And The Fugitive.
The Fugitive is still Harrison Ford, I feel like.
Okay.
I mean, he's good in it, but the star of The Fugitive is Tommy Lee Jones. The Regarding Henry movie, though, where it's a guy that gets shot and gets mentally impaired.
I know the story, yes.
Yeah, it was a fantastic role and I think The Mosquito Coast was another good role. So he does have some chops, but it's still Harrison Ford, you know.
Yeah.
But
he's so good at what he does.
Yeah, exactly. And he's also been said, according to directors, like one of the nicest and easiest people to work with in Hollywood. So.
Oh, he actually seems kind of stubborn to me.
Well, I think now, yeah, because he's.
Oh yeah, now.
I mean, he wouldn't come back to play Han Solo unless he died. So, there you go.
For me, his best role, hands down, is Indiana Jones. Will always be.
I completely agree. Yeah, because a lot of people see him as Han Solo.
I was never the biggest Han Solo fan. I don't know.
See, for me, I am. I feel like Han Solo is what carries. In fact, I think that's what's missing from the prequels is you don't have fucking the fun Han
But you
Solo.
have Hayden Christensen.
Yeah, it's terrible. Fucking terrible. Just terrible.
He's not on this list, but he would get a 1.
And then Ewan McGregor playing like the nicest role ever. he's
the highlight of the prequels.
He's the highlight, but I needed more edge. It just wasn't enough.
Well, Ian McDermott was good.
Yeah.
Let's not talk about that movie.
Getting sidetracked on Star Wars again.
Harrison Ford, I think I'll give him a 6.
For me, I got to go 7. I'm going to go 7.
Yeah, 6.5 sounds right.
Yeah, because I just love him. And there's so many movies that I just love Harrison Ford in. Even Air Force One. You know, I get off my plane. You know, I could watch Harrison Ford. That's a guy you could watch movies with all the time. So, but I agree with you. He is Indiana Jones.
Yeah, right. Anthony Mackie.
Ooh.
It's one of the smaller actors on this list, I think.
Yeah, up and coming though. Up and coming.
Yeah, maybe the Falcon Winter Soldier series will give him some screen time.
And it kind of goes back to what I'm saying, though, about these actors getting locked in these roles, even though he's very good as Falcon. I mean, it's one of the things that brought heart to, Winter Soldier. I mean, you already know how much I love Winter Soldier. So.
Right, me too.
And I think a lot of that was because Anthony Mackie. He was very good. He's very good as Sam Wilson.
Actually, a movie I don't like that much, but I think he's very good in $1 Million Baby, where he's just that asshole guy at the gym who is an asshole to Hilary Swank. I liked him that. I've seen some stuff with him, but I don't remember. I should probably just look it up.
Well, I don't know if he has got a lot of range, but he's very good. I kind of like what Barbarian's saying with the 5 based on experiences.
Yeah, I can see that, yeah.
But he's definitely one to watch. I really liked him in the Black Mirror episode he was in.
I have not seen that.
Great show, Black Mirror.
I have seen the first 2 seasons. I'm not a huge fan of that.
Well, it's hit or miss. You know, they have one really, really good one, and then they have just
the John Hamm episode is the best one.
My favorite is the San Junipero one. I love that episode. That's the one with Mackenzie Davis.
That's a newer one, right? I haven't seen.
No, that's from
season 3, probably.
I think so, season 3. Yeah.
MCU and 8 Mile are my primaries for him.
Oh yeah, 8 Mile. He was an 8 Mile. Yeah. I don't like 8 Mile though, so.
It's Eminem can't act. So.
I feel like 8 Mile was so overrated when it came out. It just drove me fucking crazy. It's just a fucking a story I just don't give a shit about though. I hate to say that, but I mean,
yeah, that's totally fine.
Like, the little white boy that wants to rap. I just don't really give a shit.
Oh, there's a movie he's good in, which is an underrated movie, Half Nelson.
Oh, the Gosling movie.
Where he is just over. Dude, Ryan Gosling in that movie is fantastic.
Right.
And Anthony Mackie is not like much in the movie, but he's pretty good. I would probably give him a 5 though. Yeah.
I'd go 5 for Mackie just because I also want to see more from him. I think, but I feel like I don't know about range though.
Yeah, right. I mean, if I give Harrison Ford a 6, I have to give Mackie a 5, I think.
Yeah.
Because there's no way I rate him over or as high as
Agreed.
Ford.
Agreed.
All right, so he's a solid 5. Same as Mark Wahlberg. Okay.
Yeah, that feels weird. But...
In actor, I wish he was in more movies. Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Right. Yeah.
I actually did you know that Dex Shepard has a podcast where he just invites actors, and I listened to the episode with Joseph Gordon-Levitt, and the reason why he's not doing movies at the moment is because he had children. He's just taking a break. I mean, it's cool, but I want to see him back because I really like that guy.
I agree. Mm-hmm.
I haven't even seen Don John.
I was gonna bring up Don John. He was a really good role, Don John. I like Don John a lot. That's a good movie right there.
I mean, strongest performance for me, most likely Snowden. Inception is pretty good as well.
I'm gonna go with Inception because Snowden was jarring for me. I couldn't. It was the voice.
I liked his voice.
It threw me off. It threw me
but
off.
it was actually authentic.
I just wanted him to talk normally. it didn't fit with me. I see how it does fit, but it did take me out of it just a little bit. I get what they were trying to go for, but it just, you could tell that he was trying to sound like Edward Snowden.
So Barbarian is giving an 8. And I think I'll do that too.
8 across the board sounds wonderful. Because he has the ability to win some awards and clean up, but he doesn't seem to be working as much.
No. But he's not even that old. He's 38.
He's very young, yeah.
So there's still time, and I hope he comes back big time.
And he was honestly the best part about Sin City 2. So
true that, yeah.
That was
he was good in Looper, even though the nose in
Looper, man. I mean, I love that. So because they actually were able to somewhat make him look like Bruce Willis in a way, which is very tricky.
But it's super weird to look at in a way.
Well, the eyes too. If you change
the
eye color,
eyebrows look weird.
Yeah. I can't go against Looper. I can't.
No, it's a good movie, but still, I don't know. I don't think they did him good on his face, But whatever.
I gotta disagree.
Ryan Gosling.
8.
9.
A 9.
Yes. For me, Ryan Gosling is one of the most promising actors at the moment.
Yeah.
So 8.5 sounds right.
That
Dude,
does
Gosling
sound
is
right,
just is so good, especially the last 7 years.
Mm-hmm.
I think it started with Drive.
And he brought a lot of drama to the Blade Runner role too, which
Yes.
I didn't expect the depth there with the character as
I
much
think
as
it
he
was
brought.
actually the perfect cast for that.
Yeah, and when I remember when they cast him too, and there was some people like, Ryan Gosling, because this is kind of at the time when Gosling was experimenting a little bit. He had some rom-coms there, a little bit there.
Yeah, but
he seems to be gotten back to form with real acting. So
I was
that's good.
actually when I heard that he was going to be in Blade Runner, I was super hyped because just before that I've seen The Nice Guys.
Oh,
And
I feel like The Nice Guys is one of his best fucking roles.
it is, yeah.
Love
And then
him.
you have La La Land. He's good in that. First Man. Just Ryan Gosling is just super good across the board.
Well, I mentioned it to you too. The Notebook. He's very good on The Notebook.
That's still on my Netflix list, and I don't have Netflix anymore soon.
I mean, you got to be in the mood for it. It's a sad movie, dude. So,
Right. Yeah, and I've already seen Babel this week, so
yeah, take a break. Watch Wedding Crashers or something.
Django Unchained again. All right. Dwayne Johnson.
Oh Jesus. Okay, so
I really don't like that guy.
now I really do. So there's going to
Okay.
be, but I get why you don't like him. I totally get it.
His movies are stupid, like most of them.
Most of them, yes, I agree, but a lot of them are fun.
For me, not.
And I like the Fast and the Furious fucking chaos.
Okay.
I still haven't seen Hobbs and Shaw, so I don't really know if I want to see Hobbs and Shaw though. I like
No,
the Fast and the Furious
don't.
as a whole. But I really like Jumanji. He was.
That was probably for me the best movie he's in.
For me the best movie that he actually showed some acting was Pain and Gain.
Oh yeah, true. But that's been a while. I don't remember much.
That actually is probably the most underrated Michael Bay movie ever made, and that's one of the Mark Wahlberg movies I like.
And
too.
Anthony Mackie.
Yeah, I forget. That was the movie I was trying to think of with Anthony Mackie. Thank you.
Yeah, Pain and Gain is, I think, it's one of the better Michael Bay movies for sure.
But I think that's about the most stretch you're going to get out of The Rock,
Probably, yes.
But I feel like The Rock has gotten better with his comedic timing, though. I think he's better and better.
I just like stuff like Skyscraper and Rampage.
No. Yeah,
give me a fucking break.
That's terrible. Yeah, Skyscraper, San Andreas, Rampage. I mean, that's all to cut the check. So, I think he's got to be about a 4.
Yeah, I give him a 3.
3.5.
Which makes it a 3.5, which sounds about right. Still better than Emilia Clarke.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Emilia Clarke bashing.
And the Black Adam movie is moving forward. The long-awaited Black Adam movie. So we'll get to see how he acts as Black Adam.
I mean, yeah, maybe he can do good shit. I'm not sure. Haven't seen anything like. I wouldn't even consider him an actor, really.
He's an entertainer.
Actually, it's kind of rude to give him a 3 and give Emilia Clarke a 2.
Because I mean, you think about Schwarzenegger. He never had any fucking.
Actually, I don't know if he's on the list.
Barbarian gave him a 6, which I think.
Yeah,
and he's because he's a good guy and he likes being silly.
Yeah, but like he always plays the good guy, and I hate that.
Okay.
Same with Will Smith. I just don't like that.
Well, Will Smith is fucking terrible. I'm sorry.
I'm not sure if he's on this list. I think I did this list 2 weeks ago, so I don't even. Okay, next one. Sandra Bullock.
That's an actress that I started out really liking when I was younger. Had a big crush on her, but just slowly started to hate her fucking voice.
True.
Yeah, I don't like her voice, and it just bothers me so much when I hear it. And I hate to be prejudicial like that against someone's voice. But yeah, that's a fucking 4 for me right there.
I've seen Speed a while ago.
I love her in Speed. I love her in Demolition Man. She's
Gravity.
She's really good in Gravity. She's really good in Gravity.
Gets an 8 just for Demolition Man, Roy.
She turns in some good performances here and there. Like I do like her in Gravity. Practical Magic with Nicole Kidman. She's good in that too. But you know, not someone I'm rushing out to go see in a movie anymore.
No, totally. Like she's not a draw at all.
And they totally gave her the fucking Oscar for The Blind Side, which I think is just bullshit. That falls into the same as Gwyneth Paltrow for Shakespeare in Love and Julia Roberts for Erin Brockovich. These are 3 Oscars that have been given out just for these women to have the title of Academy Award winner. Bullshit. So, mini rant over.
I think Roy is right with a 5 for me.
5 is good because Gravity, she is very good.
And you gave it a 4?
4, so 4.5 is...
That's all right. Rachel McAdams.
I don't think she's really been in enough.
Yeah, it's kind of sad. I always thought that she was in like great stuff, but not so much.
Yeah, like she had like a moment, especially the Notebook era, where she was kind of in some stuff, and then she kind of slowed down. So
yeah,
that's hard. That's a hard one for me to judge. I would say probably a 5. But
I totally forgot that she was in Spotlight.
And I really didn't like her in True Detective season 2. She was one of the low points.
Oh, but she was good in Sherlock Holmes.
I did like her in that. Yeah.
I give her a 6. I think
5.5.
Yeah. Well, why not? You gave it a 5, right?
Yeah.
Okay, makes sense. Okay, I think this is gonna be a low rating for me. Zoe Saldana.
Zoe Saldana. Why is that not? Oh, Gamora?
Yeah.
Oh.
I think she has one face expression.
Have
you seen Colombiana? That action movie? It's so bad. Ugh.
Yeah, it's another one. You know, movies that I stay away from, and I just know.
Yeah.
I just know.
I don't know. I have a tendency to watch some bullshit, just even though I know it's bullshit.
She was in good. I mean, she's in The Losers, Avatar, Gamora.
Yeah, I like her as Gamora.
I like her as Gamora. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go 6 actually for Zoe Saldana because she's kind of a draw for me, honestly.
Oh, really?
I do like Zoe Saldana.
I'm on the same level as Barbarian. I would give her a 4.
I think she, but I think, okay, so my argument for Zoe Saldana was the Infinity War moment. I mean, you know what moment I'm talking about. Like when you have 2 actors, one in almost all CGI, one in complete makeup, and they still have this emotional tear between them, I think shows a lot. So that's why she gets a little higher for me. And see, I just threw a little sprinkle in your cheese there.
Didn't convince me.
Right.
Well, I was so bad in Pirates of the Caribbean. I mean, she was a side character in the first one.
Mm-hmm.
She wasn't really important. Okay, next one. This is going to be, for me, the highest rating ever. So far, I mean. Sam Worthington.
Oh,
that's
yeah.
a 1. Actually, he was alright in Hacksaw Ridge.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to actually give Sam Worthington a 3 because I can't have him lower or on par with Emilia Clarke. So
I think I can. I am totally fine with it. Like I like Emilia Clarke. Like she's way more likable than him.
3, I think, is solid for me.
3 is way too high.
No, 3 is good. The Titan. The Titan was so good.
Can I give him a 1.5?
Maybe.
Okay, let's say at 1. I think this is fine. I just hate that guy.
That's based on hatred alone.
Yeah, you have a 3, so he's a 2.
I have a 3 because also I liked Salvation and I liked the Titan. So everything else, including Avatar.
Right.
Look, I like Avatar, but he's not the draw of Avatar.
Barbarian just made the right point.
At least, well, that's never a big play for me.
No, actually, it's not. No.
As I've seen boobies before.
All right.
Yeah.
Michael Rooker. I like him.
I like him too, but that's going to be a solid 5 for me.
For me, it's a 6, I think.
Yeah,
I liked him in Mississippi Burning a lot.
He's hard to go higher because he's very. I love him in Days of Thunder. That's one of my favorite ones.
He was in Tombstone, right?
Yeah. He's one of the. I think he's one of the cowboys actually.
Right. Yeah.
That doesn't agree with what's going on.
I like Michael Rooker, and I think Yondu is an amazing.
I was just gonna say his Yondu is kind of legendary in a way. I mean, people
Mary Poppins, Joel.
Love the Yondu character, which I didn't expect that to be as popular as it was. But another role he was really good in was The Walking Dead. He was really good in that.
Oh yes,
role
totally. Yeah.
That he had there, but 5 feels good for me.
I'm on a 6.
I think
he's 5.5.
It's weird because I saw a lot of movies with him when I was younger too, because he's been around a long time. Michael Rooker. A lot of side roles back in the day. I didn't like him when I was younger. But he grew on me like a fungus.
His characters are always kind of unlikable.
Yeah, he kind of got typecast.
Right.
As the bad guy.
But I mean, that just proves that he's a good actor because he can pull it off. And you really don't like him in those roles.
He's kind of slimy. Yeah, he's kind of slimy.
All right. Okay. It's one of my boys, kind of. Shia LaBeouf. He's an 8 for me.
Okay.
I know. Maybe kind of high, but
I think it's very high, but I think there's redemption for Shia. I think as he gets older, he's going to get some good roles because he can act.
I want to see the Peanut Butter Falcon so bad.
Because even when you look at Transformers, it's a throwaway movie role, but he's still fucking good in that role. You know, he's still good as Witwicky.
Yeah.
But I hated him in Indiana Jones with such a passion.
Yeah, but for me, he was never the problem of that movie.
Everything was the problem.
Yeah, right.
That was really bad. It was really bad.
He was really good in Nymphomaniac.
I'm gonna kind of agree with Barbarian with the 7 though. 7 feels.
Yeah, then he's a 7.5, which sounds right.
7.5 is good for Shia.
Yeah.
But I also think it's generous. I also think it's a little generous because it's a guy that could piss away his career in a moment. So, and I think based on a lot of, I know I shouldn't count outside shit, but the dude is a fucking nutcase. So
that's what I like.
I like it, but
insanity.
Not. I like the insanity to the point of like some red carpet stuff, but at the same time, he is a complete asshole. I've seen him in like fights with people and shit where he's completely drunk. If that dude ever got in my face like that, he'd be on the floor. Period. Like he is kind of an asshole. So
yeah, but I do like Mel Gibson as well.
And then
so, that's
anybody,
not a problem for me.
Anybody out there, just look up "He Will Not Divide Us" and go watch those videos and just go see the real Shia. It's horrific. What a train wreck. I'm rooting for him. I am rooting for the guy. But
Peanut Butter Falcon, dude.
I know, but my problem with Shia is like if he tastes fame again, he might just go right back to the like he needs to, he's kind of like Sean Penn in a way. You just don't know what's gonna happen.
Yeah, isn't that great? I'm glad you're enjoying this, Roy. He has to piss.
Yeah. Who else you got?
Octavia Spencer. She's
4.
very strong, though. I mean, she's never really in the spotlight, I feel.
Yeah, I mean,
she was one of the.
I think she plays a good psych. I wouldn't put her as a star.
Yeah, right. But she was actually like one of the few parts, like one of the better parts in Shape of Water. And Hidden Figures is a very good movie.
Listen, if we're gonna continue this podcast, we're not talking about The Shape of Water ever again. Oh God.
All right.
What do you give her though? What's the rating?
7. I think I'll give her a 7 because I think she's very talented. But she's forgettable too. 5. I think she's very talented.
I'm gonna give her a 5. I'm gonna give her a 5.
Oh, that's a
Barbarian and I are in sync today.
Yeah. All right, Nicole Kidman.
I've seen. I feel like Nicole Kidman's turned in some really good fucking performances.
Killing of a Sacred Deer.
Even The Hours, which she got the Oscar for. To Die For back in the day, the Gus Van Sant movie. I gotta go 8 because I feel like she gets better and better and better. Yeah, because I really liked her in the Jesse Lucas Hedges movie.
I know what you mean.
The gay movie.
Russell Crowe with Russell Crowe as well.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that, but I would like to see that because I like Lucas Hedges a lot.
The acting was really good. The acting was really good. Yeah, because Joel Edgerton is the pastor that's trying to convert him.
He's the director as well, I think.
Yes.
Joel Edgerton is fucking talented, man.
He's coming out, man. He's got the chops. He's got the writing skills. He's very likable too. Very likable.
True, but he's not very popular. I feel like not many people know his name.
Yeah.
I think I'll go with a 6 for Nicole Kidman. For me, the only role where I would say yes, more please, is Killing of a Sacred Deer.
I really like her in The Others. She's really good in The Others. I haven't seen that.
Eyes Wide Shut is all right. I don't know.
Eyes Wide Shut is just a clusterfuck, though.
I actually didn't hate it that much.
I truly hate that movie.
But you don't like Kubrick in general, you know?
It just felt like it was it's one of the most pretentious, biggest pieces of dog shit I've ever watched in cinema. It's
a very artsy movie.
And I love Tom Cruise. And Tom Cruise was the only one carrying that whole fucking movie.
Yeah.
And it just...
So you're sticking with 8?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Okay, I think
so she's a 7.
She could even be higher for me because...
crazy.
This is a person that I never really think of as that great, but she turns in great performances.
That's true. Thanks, IMDb, for reminding me.
Conflicted about Tom Hanks as Mr. Rogers. He's conflicted.
I don't understand. Okay, Chris Tucker.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay. It's going to be a... Okay, all right. So he was good in Silver Linings Playbook, all right?
But, and in Jackie Brown, he's all right.
A fucking 3. I mean,
okay, dude. I kind of like him because I like the Rush Hour movies.
But have you seen Friday?
No.
Oh,
Chris Tucker gets a 4. Yeah,
dude.
I think a 4.
Bro, you've got to watch Friday. Okay, like especially since you've seen Menace to Society, like the extreme ghetto movie. Watch Friday, the fun ghetto movie, and that's the best Chris Tucker performance you're ever gonna see. Was Friday.
Oh, that movie! I've seen the cover of that.
Yeah, with Ice Cube.
Yeah, I don't like Ice Cube, but okay.
Oh, Ice Cube it's hard to watch anytime you see him. I agree with you. I hate it.
He also has one face expression. That's it.
One face, the stupid snarl that you just want to say, "Why are you looking at me like that?" It's horrible.
All right. So you give him a 3.
A 3, solid 3.
So he's a 3.5. Okay, Willem Dafoe, straight up 10.
7.
What?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, dude. Okay.
I know you like Willem Dafoe. I get it. I know you like Willem Dafoe, but it's a 7 for me easily. He's had some good performances for me, but overall,
look, Roy says 9. Dude, come on.
Well, that's good for Roy, but he's still staying at 7 for me. Willem Dafoe is not a draw for me. I know that
for me, he became one.
Right, but and there's a movie called The Clearing with Robert Redford that I really like with Willem Dafoe. It's not that I dislike him in any way, but I don't know. 7 or an 8 for me would feel right for Willem Dafoe.
What now? 7 or 8?
I'll give him an 8. I'll meet you guys in the
Okay, so he's a 9 overall. That's good.
Yeah.
I like that. He's not great at making bad roles. Good. Wait, what?
He's not great at making bad roles
like,
good.
His Spider-Man role is super over the top, but he's totally in. Like,
he's okay.
On the joke.
He's okay. I really don't like the Green Goblin portrayal.
No, but I don't think he's not taking it seriously at all. And
Right.
that's
He's
the
just
right
kind of
approach.
there for the comic book. Yeah, but at the same time, that bothers me, though, because Norman Osborn is very important.
Yeah, but
Norman
those
Osborn's
movies
one of
were
my
goofy.
favorite. Yeah, they are goofy. So it's
I
right in
don't even like
line
them,
with
but
what it
Willem
is.
Dafoe is fucking hilarious.
Like, I would love to see a true Norman Osborn that's not fucking stupid just for once.
Yeah.
Was
Okay.
it Chris
John
Cooper
Travolta.
was the other one, right? Chris Cooper? Yeah, Chris Cooper.
Was it?
It's
Oh,
terrible.
didn't know that. John Travolta.
Oh, Jesus fucking God.
One good role, that's it.
Which
for me,
is
probably.
Pulp Fiction.
Yeah, of course.
Um,
And I'd never thought that even that role was like super good.
For me though, he's got great roles at the beginning of his career. Like Saturday Night Fever is a very good movie. Grease is fantastic.
I think Grease is on Prime.
And Urban Cowboy is probably the better of those three. Travolta is an 8 for me because he's had such a long life of great roles. Travolta would probably get a 6 for me.
What do you mean, Battlefield Earth?
No, Jesus.
Great roles.
White Man's Burden. You know, he's had some bad movies.
I've only seen him in a movie called Killing Season alongside Robert De Niro, and that movie was fucking awful.
Yeah,
He was in Savages by Oliver Stone, which is not a good movie. I don't know.
Here's the funny thing. Like, people talk about Nicolas Cage as the meme. John Travolta is a bigger meme than Nicolas Cage, in my opinion. So
Yeah, kind of. Oh yeah, I haven't seen Face Off.
Oh, you gotta watch Face Off. Yeah, you gotta watch Face Off. You know, when Travolta tries to act insane, he's really bad. He's really bad. When he tries to be the bad guy, it's terrible. Terrible.
So yeah, I think he's a 5 for me.
It's a 5.5 for Travolta.
Right. Okay, we talked about her before. Elizabeth Banks.
Yeah. Started off good for me, but yeah, recently not so much. Lover and Zack and Miri make a porno, the Kevin Smith movie that no one ever talks about.
I have never heard of that.
Oh, it's great. It's a great movie. Seth Rogen, Elizabeth Banks, they're both friends, you know, just good friends, and then they decide to make a porno together. Good fucking
Sounds
movie.
like a rational decision, yeah.
It's very Kevin Smith, but at the same time, none of the Silent Bob shit. So it's different. It's different. It's got some heart to it.
Yeah.
Her best performance probably The Hunger Games.
Yeah, that's what I just want to say. Yeah, she was good in that, but yeah, Brightburn, you know.
Yeah, that Brightburn hurts. Really hurts.
I would say 4.
I would even go lower for a 3. So
okay, 3.5.
I think her career is about to hit a train wreck.
Yeah, especially
right
with
now.
Charlie's Angels. So.
It's not just Charlie's Angels; it's her mouthing off about Charlie's Angels too. You know, she's not helping her case. It's like, you made a bad movie, no one wanted to see it. You need to accept it. Don't blame men, because you know what I mean. Because it's also women that don't want to see your fucking movie, man.
Yeah, nobody wanted to see that. Also, she was really bad in Power Rangers.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Dude, that movie is. I think I liked Power Rangers more than I should, but still, her role is pretty bad.
Okay.
All right, next one. Paul Rudd.
Very likable.
That's true. Yeah, I like
One Trick Pony, man. One Trick Pony.
He had his moments in Endgame, actually. Like.
Yeah. I mean,
he's a comedy actor. He's good at comedy. I'm not a huge fan of Anchorman, but he's pretty funny in Anchorman.
I really like him in This Is 40. I like him in all the Judd Apatow. When he's in Judd Apatow movies, he's really good.
I would like to see him in more serious stuff.
He's kind of Ryan Reynolds like, but I would say more likable than Ryan Reynolds.
Also he's not that crazy.
I would say more of a draw than Ryan Reynolds.
For me, I think yeah.
But
Ryan Reynolds is not a draw for me.
But based on acting.
Yeah, it's hard to judge.
I'd go 6 for Paul Rudd. Oh, Barbarian agrees. Look at that, 6.
I think I'll go 5.
5.5 looks good.
Yeah, I like him, but I'd like to see more different stuff, not just comedy.
Yeah, he hasn't really showed off. I think there's a Netflix movie though. I forgot what the name of it, but he was pretty good in that. I can't remember the name of that movie. Shit.
I think I know what you mean. There is a Netflix movie. I have the cover in mind.
It's him and a boy. Like they take a trip together or some shit.
Okay, let's just move on. Kate Winslet.
Kate Winslet. All right. She, for me, is a 9.
Oh, okay. For me, she's a 6, I think.
Yeah, The Reader was one of her best roles I've ever seen.
That's on Netflix. I could see that.
Fantastic.
That has like 5 German great actors in it, which is cool. But
what actresses is higher than an 8 for you, though? This is a question.
Oh, right.
Starting to notice a pattern here, Mr. Alman. I
don't think Jennifer Connelly is on this list.
I think you
Dude, shut up. Come
are
on.
a toxic masculinist.
Right.
Now,
like, for me, Kate Winslet was never a draw, even though I really liked her in Eternal Sunshine. But yeah. And I even liked Titanic, kind of, you know? So,
she's like the better. I think she's the better acting of the two in Titanic.
in that movie, probably, yeah.
Because that was before Leo became Leo, in my opinion.
Yeah, Leo is not very likable in that film, I think. Yeah. I don't like him that much in that.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, I'll give her a 7.
You changed your mind.
Okay. Yeah.
You should watch The Reader, though. Watch The Reader.
Okay. Also, I'd like to see Revolutionary Road.
That's another one. Yeah, that's just fucking tragic story. You know, it's a tough one, but they're very good in it. The two of them.
Yeah. Also, you have like DiCaprio, Kate Winslet, and then Michael Shannon. So.
And then I think that's Sam Mendes too. So.
Oh.
The director. So yeah.
1917.
Yeah.
Okay. Next one. Interesting. Upcoming superstar. Robert Pattinson. He's a 9.
What?
No, he's an 8. Okay, he's an 8.
All right.
Okay, he's an 8. He's an 8.
Good lord.
Oh,
good lord.
Thanks for the rate, man.
Nice.
Just got rated.
I see that.
What's up, Eric? Yeah, just, dude, my alerts are so loud. That was just the Pulp Fiction title song, very loud.
I'm just looking at Leo shake his ass on the screen here.
Welcome, guys. We're just rating some actors right now.
Yep, we've already covered Outlaw King, so we've moved on to rating actors. Right. What was the actor we were talking about?
Robert Pattinson. I gave him an 8 out of 10.
8
Even
out of 10.
Someday he might be a 10, honestly. I need to see The Lighthouse.
And this is all based on a lot of potential, though, too, right?
Right, of course.
I'm going to go 7. I'll go 7 because I'm kind of right there with you, but I feel like 8 is too high.
It will change eventually, probably.
I think it'll go higher because he can act, yeah.
There's a movie called Good Time, where he's said to be fantastic, but I haven't seen it. Also, I mean, I really liked him in The Rover and in The King. Yeah, just sad that The Lighthouse isn't out yet over here. But I have to take care of Turkey real quick. Okay, good luck.
Yeah, I would like to see The Lighthouse, but I'm really excited about the Batman role too, most of all.
Oh yeah, he was in Harry Potter. But
yeah, he played Cedric Diggory, man. God.
Yeah, but important role.
Don't you remember?
All right. Okay, next one's your favorite. Rachel Weisz.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Are we talking about? Are we talking about looks, or are we talking about acting here? Because my god.
Does it matter? I think she's very high.
As a looker.
Oh.
I think her recent movies, The Lobster and The Favorite, I think have really helped her career big time.
Totally.
Yeah. I think she's The Favorite was her highlight. I think that's her best role that she's had.
I agree.
But like Hugh Jackman, she was equally as good as Hugh Jackman in The Fountain. Yeah. My English is fucked up.
Dude, tell me about it. I need to. There's a movie with Ralph Fiennes where she got the Oscar.
Constant Gardener.
She got the Oscar for that, right? I gotta see that. I think I watched like 10 minutes and then stopped. I don't know why.
Hmm.
Well, yeah, she's one of the best for me. Sure.
Yeah,
So 9 or 10. I'm not sure.
I'd go 8 for me for Rachel.
8. Okay. I think
It'd be higher if we're talking about looks. She'd be fucking goddamn
Okay.
13. So I mean, I can't tell you how much I cannot take it. You know, she is unbelievably so.
Maybe you're right with an 8 though. I haven't seen that many roles of hers, so
Yeah, I mean, you can't judge it off the Mummy. So
I like the Mummy.
I feel like her best roles are coming though too, because just like I said
Could be.
about, because just based on what she did with the Lobster and the Favorite,
I have to see that. Yes.
you do need to see Lobster. Yeah,
She's also gonna be in the Black Widow movie, which probably won't be a big acting movie, but still, maybe she her career gets a boost.
she'll probably be the antagonist. I can see that.
Well, that could be. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, William H. Macy.
I gotta go 8.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's like kind of under the radar.
Fucking solid actor ever since I seen him for the first time in Fargo. So
Boogie Nights.
he
and
just
Magnolia.
he's continued to be good in every role that he's in, basically. And he,
Look,
I don't know if
9.
you've seen the show Shameless, but
No, I have not. But my dad is a huge fan of that.
I mean, that is one of the best shows ever
yeah,
made.
but Bavarian is just mentioning that.
Yeah, I mean,
Shameless.
probably his best role is as the Gallagher dad in Shameless, but I love him in Fargo. I like him in the movie The Cooler as well. But all the Paul Thomas Anderson stuff, he's always good in.
Yeah, dude. Like, if I hadn't seen Magnolia and Boogie Nights recently, he wouldn't be an 8 for me. But for me, he's an 8, I think.
Yeah.
So straight 8. Right?
It feels good, yeah.
All right. Okay, next one. Again, for me, huge potential. Rebecca Ferguson.
Gotta go 5.
What?
Just because I've only seen her in, Mission Impossible.
Yeah.
So I have yet to see more.
Yeah, you're kind of right, but still.
I mean, she's good in Mission Impossible, but
she was good in Doctor Sleep.
Right.
So,
right.
You have not seen that, so
we'll have to see more. I have to see more of Rebecca Ferguson.
That is true, yeah. I mean, I'm curious for Dune. I hope she
Oh, Dune will be good.
Yeah, she's gonna play Lady Jessica, so
I'm not even worried about Dune now.
Not at all.
After watching The King, I'm all in on Dune.
Because of Timothée Chalamet.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, I mean, you're kind of right. I'll give her a 6, I think.
Yeah, I mean,
but still, huge potential.
Yeah, she kind of just came onto the scene, so let's.
It seems like Mission Impossible: Rogue Nation was her first big role in a way.
Right, and she seems a lot older than how old is she too? I
think 38.
I mean, her career's over, so.
Yeah, she is not yeah. No, I mean it's not that dude.
You saw what I did there.
Yeah, right. Okay, never mind. Let's move on. Okay. Tobey Maguire. Straight 1.
1. Yeah. 1.
That's the worst rating so far.
Maybe a 2 because he was really good in the Cider House Rules. That's the only movie that I thought he was good in. But even when he tries,
I think he's fucking horrible.
Yeah, especially if you go watch Brothers, just terrible.
Yeah, or I mean, just watch The Great Gatsby, and you don't even remember he's in the movie.
Spider-Man 3.
Yeah, he's a huge meme.
Which I can handle Spider-Man, 1 and 2 with him. I can handle that, but yeah. Yeah.
I was never a fan. I always thought he's not very talented in that. I think you're on a 2 now.
I would go 2.
Or 1.
No, okay, I gotta go 1 because I don't like him. Yeah, you're right.
All right.
I'm with you there. He's so fucking unlikable, Tobey Maguire. So
holy crap, Tobey was in Gatsby. Yeah, that's right. He's the protagonist, and you don't remember him at all.
And I feel like studios have tried to push him down our fucking throats for so long that the people don't want him anymore. We're done.
It was kind of fun to see him in Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, but
Yeah, I mean,
It's not really a role, you know.
yeah, I know. Yeah.
He's just sitting there. Um, all right. Lupita Nyong'o.
Ooh, 9.
9. I can agree on
9.
that.
I have
I can
got
agree on that.
such a like. I don't want to say crush, but I
She's
l-
just fantastic.
I love that girl. Yeah, I love that girl. She was the only good thing about Us, even though you know how I feel about Us.
Yeah, I know. I can agree. Like Us is not that good.
She at least showed up. You know what I mean? Like she at least did
She
what she
did some
needed to
acting,
do.
some
Yeah.
actually good acting. So.
Right. She actually showed up and did what she needed to do. She's really good in Black Panther, but 12 Years a Slave, she's just so good. And I'm so excited to see more of her. So,
I'm not a huge fan of her Star Wars role, but
I mean, it's CGI though. It's hard to.
yeah, right. You know, it's just her voice.
I didn't even know it was her until I read the credits. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I can see that. All right, Gwyneth Paltrow.
Ooh, god damn. Walking that fine line of Anthony McDowell territory here, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, really? That bad?
No, honestly, you know what's helped her is Jesus, Pepper Potts. Jeez, I could not think of her goddamn name. Pepper Potts. The role with Iron Man actually has helped, even though that's not really acting chops and stuff like that. I like her as Pepper Potts. It just worked.
Yeah, but what has she done besides that the last few years?
Well, she
I
won an
haven't seen
Academy
anything.
Award for
For
Shakespeare
what?
in Love.
That was in the 90s, right? So
Yeah, because they had to give it to her. That's why. I don't like it. I don't like Gwyneth Paltrow. I'd give her a 4, though.
I'm actually I don't think like I can really judge her talent, so I'm just 3.
3 or 4 is
That's
good.
kind of low.
Like,
Yeah,
she's better than Amelia Clark, so I mean, I gotta give her that.
Yeah, but I think I like Emilia Clarke more.
Emo-
She's sympathetic in a way, you know,
I think Amelia
as a
Clark's
person,
terrible.
not as an actress.
Just terrible. Just terrible.
Yeah, right.
Are you
Okay.
convincing yourself that you like Amelia Clark more than you do throughout this show? Is that what's happening?
No, like as an actress, no, but as a
Okay.
person, she seems fun. I don't know.
You got a little crush there on Amelia? Is that what's happening?
I used to, not anymore. I used to when I was like, I don't know, some years ago when Game of Thrones.
It's weird. I hate to be nitpicky, but when she smiles, her eyebrows go out of control, and it
Her
freaks me
eyebrows
out.
have a life on their own. Honestly,
It
like
freaks
if you
me
see
out.
stuff like Me Before You and Last Christmas, her eyebrows are just all over the place.
It freaks me out because like you didn't see that as Daenerys at all, like just stoic
No.
face the whole time, and then you watch
Right.
an interview with her and her eyebrows are going all over the fucking.
She's
place.
just yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, this is like a super weird inclusion on this list because like I don't know why I did this. Carl Weathers.
Yeah, you know, likable. I mean,
What?
likable. You know.
Yeah, but I haven't seen much with him. Like almost nothing. I think
You've seen the Rocky movies, right?
the first one.
You saw the
Yeah,
first
he's Apollo Creed.
Yeah, he's Apollo fucking Creed, bro.
Yeah, okay. That's good.
But still, I
I've
mean,
seen Predator.
Still Apollo Creed, Predator. They're not. It's not acting like huge roles there, but there's a
better than
likableness of
Schwarzenegger.
him. Right. Yeah. Well, Schwarzenegger is easy to beat, though.
Yeah, like acting wise, Schwarzenegger is like a 2.
Only one movie that Schwarzenegger I thought he was decent with acting.
Terminator.
No.
But he's perfect for that role.
End of Days. I liked him in End of Days.
The thing with Arnie is I wouldn't like to give him a 2 or a 3 or something, but he's, I just like that guy a lot. But he's not a very good actor, but it doesn't really matter to me.
Right. He's proof that you can be pretty bad and still...
Yeah, like True Lies and Total Recall. So enjoyable. So fun. But he's not like acting very well.
I love True Lies so much. Like that to me is like his best comedic performance. I love that movie.
Because Cameron just knows what he's doing.
And it's such a different James Cameron type of movie too. You know, that's why I like it so much.
True
Lies.
All right, so Carl Weathers.
Who are we talking to? Yeah, Carl Weathers. 3. You got a 3.
Yeah, I'm yeah. That's fine. I don't know why I included him in this, but yeah.
I do have to go soon, so give me like 5 more good ones.
It's not much left.
Okay.
We could go through these. Adam Sandler.
It's gonna be a 3.
3? Yeah, probably 2. I have to see Punch Drunk Love and Uncut Gems, and then that might change. But
Yeah, I've told you about Punch Drunk Love. He definitely shows off acting chops in that, but he gets a 3 for me because I don't totally dislike him. I just hate some of the movies that he's made. You know, they're just stupid. They're fucking
there is
stupid.
a Netflix movie with him and Ben Stiller and Dustin Hoffman. I don't know the exact title.
The Meyerowitz, the Horowitz.
Yeah, right. That's supposed to be good. So
I heard that was good.
Okay, next one is a no-brainer for me. Christian Bale, straight 10.
A straight 10 for the Bale?
Of course.
Dude.
What the fuck? I think that's like the easiest rating ever. You have not given it, like, you have given 2 10s so far.
What's the 10s I give? Gary Oldman and Leo?
Yeah. And I gave Willem Dafoe and Christian Bale.
I suppose Christian Bale can be part of the 10 club.
Right.
Because he's got an incredible amount of draw to him. He can act. He can put himself in any role. Very versatile. Very likable. And chooses his roles very wisely.
Yeah, right. So. He's a draw because the movies he's making are super interesting, always, to me at least.
Yeah, because I'm so excited to see Ford versus Ferrari, this week, and I think about Hostels, how much I liked him in that.
Yeah.
And I really, really liked him in The Big Short.
And The Fighter.
Yeah.
I like Batman.
The Fighter is a 10 out of 10 performance. So.
That is true, yeah.
And I even think American Psycho is arguably a 10 out of 10 performance. So he's really turned in some good shit.
For me, mostly good shit, actually. Like, there's not many movies.
Not a lot of flaws there, is there? Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the biggest flaw I go to is the Batman voice, and we've already been over that. That's not enough of a flaw for me to knock him down to a 9. So. The Fighter, I mean, based just on The Fighter alone and some of the other movies he's made, I agree with you. 10.
Okay, good. The Prestige, dude.
Yeah, but I didn't like Vice, and I didn't necessarily like his performance in Vice, too. So,
okay.
I still think he's capable of making movies that aren't for me, but I'm excited about Ford versus Ferrari, for sure.
Good one. Also, one of his best performances for me, probably.
Yeah, and if you see his name is going to be in a title, then you're automatically you want to see what is this movie, So
right, yeah. Jennifer Aniston.
God.
2. 3.
You're going back to my childhood crush, Amin. You know what I mean? Oh man.
So extra points for her.
Rachel from Friends. Woo! Good lord. But acting wise, Jesus, you gotta go 4 for Jennifer Aniston.
4, okay, so 3.
3 if the AC is on. Barbarian, yeah, that's a good point.
Luke Evans.
It's
I actually looked into his filmography and he is almost only in blockbusters, which. Like, there's not much space for him to make a good performance, and I'm not even sure if he can.
That's what I was going to say. He's like always the side guy, too.
Yeah.
And he looks like he's getting older, too.
He was in all the franchises, kind of. And I'm like, I don't know. Is he good? Is he not? Like, he is likable.
Personally, I really like him.
But is he a good actor?
He needs to choose his. I think he is a good actor. I think he was like the only good thing about The Girl on a Train. He was the part I liked. And I thought that was a different role for him too, because he's usually in these blockbusters.
Yeah.
Barbarian's right. He's got something about him. There's this.
True.
He's kind of dashing. He's kind of a dick. Sometimes he can be villain or bad guy or good guy. I think that's a. But he's definitely in a lot of villainous things, I think. I definitely want to see more roles for him. I'm going to go 6, Luke Evans.
I'm going 5, I think.
That sounds about right.
I've just not seen enough.
Yeah,
and I don't like the Hobbit movies.
Well, I mean, it's just because you're wrong. I mean, we all know The Hobbit is better than the Lord of the Rings trilogy. Everybody knows that.
I feel like Lord of the Rings is like the franchise we just can't talk about here.
No, we can't.
Because I don't know.
We'll be able to watch the Amazon show though too. Maybe.
Oh yeah,
You know,
with Will Poulter.
more Lord of the Rings on the way.
Okay, James Franco.
Fuck. That's a 9 for me. Well, no.
Oh, what? Okay, that's crazy.
Hang on. 8.
Yeah, like 9 would be higher than Rachel Weisz. Dude, come on. I think 8 is.
I think he's better than Rachel Weisz, though. I think he's better than Rachel Weisz. I
The
think
Disaster Artist is just insane.
Yeah, I love The Disaster Artist, and I love 127 Hours.
Yeah, I agree.
And he's been good before, so I like the 8, actually.
I think, no, I'll go down for 7 because he does so much bullshit, and I don't like that.
He does a lot of bullshit. You're right.
Like, he has huge potential to make good role after good role, but there's so many bad movies in his filmography, and I don't know.
I credit him though because he doesn't stop working.
Yeah, he should just stop working with Seth Rogen though.
I disagree there. I like those movies.
The interview.
I even like the interview. I think the second half of the interview is not good, but the first half is great. I like the first half.
Okay, next one is.
You need to lighten up and just try to have a laugh, Almond. Jesus.
Right. Michelle Rodriguez.
Oh man,
that's a 1.
No, I disagree there. She was. I'd go 4 with Michelle Rodriguez, but
what?
Oh yeah.
I think she also has just one face expression, and she's always the same.
Yeah, but that one face is a hell of a face, Michelle Rodriguez is an enigma to me because she's got this wicked fucking eyebrow snarl that she has, and then she's got this beautiful smile about her too. So you got this crazy bitch looking at you, and then you got this beautiful chick looking at you at the same time. It's really weird. She's really good in a movie called Girl Fight. That was the movie that she first came onto the scene, kind of before $1 Million Baby. But she's kind of just gone the Fast and the Furious route. So I don't think you're ever going to see any range. So it's a 4 for me, just based on likability. So
it's a 2.5 because I gave her a 1.
Yeah, I think 1 is tough. 1 is tough. I think 1 is a little much. Because I'd rather see Michelle Rodriguez any day than Emilia Clarke.
I actually disagree.
Yeah, I think Emilia Clarke will not turn in anything good.
Yeah, probably not, but still, I don't know. She's more she's not a draw, but she's more of a draw than Michelle Rodriguez for me because I just don't give a shit about her.
No, I've always kind of liked her. So.
Okay, just a few left. Sharon Stone. That's hard to judge in a way.
She's pretty good. I think she was one of the better parts of Casino. One of the better acting performances that she had. She's really good in Basic Instinct.
That's on Netflix as well. I haven't seen it.
You haven't seen Basic Instinct?
No.
You should watch Basic Instinct. It's good.
Okay.
That's one of my favorite Michael Douglas movies. I'm a sucker for Michael Douglas. So.
I like him in Falling Down. Falling Down was great.
Yeah, he's made a lot of movies that I've watched over and over. It's really weird.
I think I should watch The Game again, actually, because that's been years.
The War of the Roses, if you get a chance to watch that.
Is that a medieval movie?
No. It's about 2 people getting a divorce.
Oh, fun. Yeah, we were voting on Sharon Stone.
It's kind of depressing at the same time. I don't know. I don't want to talk about The War of the Roses, but
okay. So what's your rating?
Sharon Stone would be a 4.
I think I give her a 5.
8.
Oh, Barbarian is 8.
Barbarian is smoking crack over there. Oh my god, that's going back to nostalgia right there.
She's not been in the business for 20 years almost.
Barbarian's thinking she's a hottie. That's what's going on.
I mean, yeah, you can consider that, but it's about acting.
I think I'm too old for you fuckers. I'm 39, bro. So I'm an old fucking man.
Dude, I'm 20. I'm so old.
Yeah, it's a very weird show we have here. There's a 19-year age difference.
Yeah, but that makes it interesting.
It does, because I can get your perspective.
Yeah, and I'll mostly watch current stuff, a lot.
Well, you watch good stuff though.
That's true. But I also watch bullshit stuff. Okay, next one. We've got 3 left.
Okay.
Jesse Plemons.
Oh, I like this guy.
Yeah, I do too.
I just hope he can. He needs to slow down on the cheese, though. You know, he's getting a little puffy in the face. Completely took me out of it on the. I think that's one of the things that hurts El Camino is his puffy goddamn face.
That's so mean in a way.
I know it's mean, but I know it's mean, but what the fuck? I mean, it's jarring. Do some de-aging. Shave that shit off if you can with your $100 million budgets, man. Come on.
Right.
I mean, but I like that guy. I like that.
Have you seen Game Night?
Yes, I did.
He was good in that.
Yeah, I think he's gonna get typecast as the bad guy a lot because he's kind of creepy.
Not just bad guy, just kind of the goofball. Because in Game Night, he's not the bad guy, but he's kind of it's a weird character.
We talked about Black Mirror as well. He was in one of my favorite episodes, that Star Trek episode. I love that episode. Oh. That is a fantastic episode. So, I don't know if you've seen that yet, but you should.
No, I have not. But that always looked interesting to me. Yeah.
No, you got to watch it just for him alone because he's like the star of that show.
Yeah, but also I think the mother from How I Met Your Mother is in that, and I like her.
I think she is. Yeah.
Yeah. Right. She is. All right. So rating on Jesse Plemons.
I'm gonna go.
Yeah, he's like a soft Matt Damon, kinda.
I'm actually gonna go 6. I feel like I could rate him higher, but he hasn't been in enough. So.
That's true. He's okay. I think 6 is a good rating.
6 feels good.
There's still potential, of course.
A lot of potential. I mean, I would love to just like a Breaking Bad spinoff with him. You know, I think that would be fun. But
oh yeah. But he's too fat for that.
He is too puffy these days. Yeah. Just shave that shit off, you know.
Diego Luna.
I'm not a fan of Diego Luna.
I am.
I know you like Diego Luna. I just never. He never clicked with me.
I really liked him in Open Range and The Terminal.
Open Range is underrated.
Totally
underrated. That's one of the most badass westerns ever made, too, honestly. Like, the way it...
I just love the atmosphere in that one. I know, just... Because it's really just open range, the landscape shots are amazing.
And I feel like that's like the last great Kevin Costner movie, too.
He was good in Hidden Figures.
Yeah.
And I like The Highwayman.
I think he's a tough one to judge, too, because I don't think he's a good actor. So, I think I think he fits, like... the part that he's playing, but he's
a good hero guy. Like, in The Untouchables, he fits in that role.
Like
but he's not super.
To me, he's like Dennis Quaid level, just kind of similar.
Actually, Dennis Quaid is one of those actors. If I see him in a movie, I don't recognize his face.
Really, which is Dennis Quaid?
Rare. Yeah, Dennis Quaid never really just stood out to me in any way.
He's kind of slowed down a lot too. The last few years, he hasn't.
He was in Midway. And Midway was...
Midway just looks terrible. Oh my god.
Luke Evans was also in Midway.
God, that movie looks bad, dude.
It is, yeah, it is. I mean, Roland Emmerich, that's always kind of bad.
Yeah.
Okay, so Diego Luna, I'm giving him a 6 because I really like that guy. I need to see Narcos Mexico because I heard he's fantastic in that.
I'm going to give Diego Luna a 5.
Okay, I can live with that.
Because he's good at what he does, even though he's not my cup of tea. But I'm with you, though, because I want to watch Narcos Mexico. So
I heard rumors about a spin-off show of Star Wars with him and the robot played by Alan Tudyk.
That was already announced, yeah.
Oh, that is announced. Okay, that's
announced, yeah.
That's cool.
I'm excited about that because of Alan Tudyk.
Yeah. Alan Tudyk is one of those, he's just great in every role, I think.
Well, that was my favorite droid, too. Like, I know people like C-3PO and R2-D2 and shit, but that KS-20, I think was his name, was my favorite droid I've ever seen. You already know how much I love Rogue One, so...
Rogue One is an 8 for me.
I think Rogue One is the best Star Wars movie.
I can't agree on that. I really like A New Hope, the first one. I don't know.
No, I like Empire, too. I think Empire is,
There's just something... I always have to think about the shot of Luke in the desert and the two suns. I don't know. That's just one of the magic moments for me.
I don't give a fuck about Luke. That's the problem. I think Mark
I
Hamill
really
is
like Luke.
I think he's so unlikable in those movies. I really feel like it was all Han Solo, Chewbacca, and the droids, like, and Darth Vader. Luke is such a whiner. I've never understood the likability of Luke fucking Skywalker.
I like him,
And
but I
Mark,
couldn't tell you why.
and Mark Hamill is that's a 2 right there. He gets
No,
a 2
come
just
on.
because of fucking the Joker voice, but everything else, fucking, he's a bad actor.
I mean, I can't really say anything against that, but I kind of disagree. I wouldn't say he's bad.
He's terrible, man. He's fucking terrible. Have you seen the Chucky thing yet?
No.
I know that's just his voice, but you really do. Have you seen the original Child's Play though?
No.
Yeah.
Dude, but he's amazing as the Joker.
He's got a great voice for the Joker.
And I really liked him in Last Jedi, and that's why I think he's not a bad actor.
It was actually Tim Curry's job too, that Joker voice, but they said they sounded too dark, so it was given to Mark Hamill. Fun fact.
What do you think about this performance in Last Jedi?
I think Ryan Johnson.
I think that's the best
it.
acting performance he's ever did.
It feels like a fucking hobbit living in a hole. That was the problem I had. He's so short, and I didn't like the beard. I didn't like his hair. There's a lot about.
Old.
Yeah, I know, but you could do a better job on the makeup department because he just looks like a fucking hobbit in the movie. I like the last scene with him, and that's
yes,
yeah.
When he's stepping out the gate, I love that. Man,
but even then, there's problems I have with that too. The whole projection thing.
The movie is not perfect, not at all, but
not at all.
There are worse things in that movie than Luke.
Laura Dern.
Oh yeah.
Actually, I mean, the hands down the worst. No, God, there's so many things that I start thinking about because it's the Leia moment too. But the thing I don't like the most is the Rose Tico character. She is so fucking annoying. I cannot stand that character.
Yeah, I can agree. Okay, it's the last one on this list.
And also, why do you waste Benicio del Toro? You know what I mean? Just stupid.
Right. Yeah. Right.
Stupid. All right. I'm sorry.
Last one is Robert De Niro.
9.
Yeah. Honestly,
I should give him a 10, but he really is.
Yeah, I'm not so sure either because like you kind of convinced me of the thing that he can't cry, which is like you're kind of right. So,
have you seen Analyze This and Analyze That?
No.
You should watch this because he cries in it.
Dude, like,
I mean, he gets teary-eyed in Silver Linings, which is is pretty good, but he really doesn't do emotion that well.
He was on my first place of favorite actors.
Oh, completely likable though. I mean,
yeah, but to not give him a 10 is seems kind of wrong to me. But I could totally see that, like giving him a 9.
Well, if you give him a 10, then it's a 9.5. See?
Right.
Because it is weird saying Leonardo DiCaprio is better than De Niro, but I
believe it's true.
I believe it's true, and I believe Gary Oldman is better than Robert De Niro. So
he's a wise guy. Of course, he can't cry. Okay. Yeah. Okay. He gets it. I gave so many 10s to it. Like in
I told you you throw 10s out like it's candy, man.
Yeah, but I also give very low ratings sometimes.
Yeah, who did you just give a 1 to? Oh, Michelle Rodriguez.
Okay, Robert De Niro he's actually the only 9.5.
Okay.
I think, yeah.
Yeah, because it's just hard with that 10 there.
Yeah, we've got 3 actors who have an overall score of 10: DiCaprio, Gary Oldman, and Christian Bale.
Yeah, I mean Daniel Day-Lewis would be a 10 if he was on the list.
Yeah, but he wasn't on the list. I mean, we can continue this at some point. But,
yeah.
I mean, there's still like hundreds of actors we could put on this list.
No, I actually like that. If you just like throw in a couple here and there, just
Yeah.
to get the rating from. So are we next week? Are we on then for Irishman? Is that what we're doing?
Yes. I would say so.
Absolutely. All right.
All right. He agrees with you on Daniel Day-Lewis. I think there's like everybody who doesn't say that Daniel Day-Lewis is a 10 should get shot.
It's a
I
bit
know that's kind of.
extreme. It's a bit
I
extreme.
know, but dude, come on.
Maybe they
Come
just
on.
don't like Irish people. You know, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to The Irishman. I heard it's very long but not boring, which is good. You know.
That's actually what I'm excited about. When I didn't realize it was 3 hours until you told me last week, so I'm very excited about that.
It's 3.5.
That's a fucking casino level fucking shit right there. So
Yeah, I'm curious. I might see that with my dad. I'm not sure yet.
Joe
8 points.
Pesci, best supporting actor. Calling it.
That might happen.
Calling it. Yeah, I'm calling it.
Dude, how great would that be?
I can
After
just
all these years.
I mean, he's already got an Oscar, but he got it for a weird role. And I'll never forget it either. I'll never forget it, Amen, when Joe Pesci got the Oscar for My Cousin Benny. He walked up to the podium, grabbed the Oscar, said, "It's a privilege," and walked away.
Sounds like him.
He had nothing to say, man. Nothing to say at all. It was great.
Like, you know, as a person, he doesn't seem like the most, I don't know, likable guy.
Yeah, I don't know. He probably like is great in his inner circle, but he seems very private. He's always been kind of private. Like you never hear any stories about marriage or issues or like any of that. So very private dude.
Daniel Day-Lewis is very private as well.
I think that's smart.
He doesn't give any interviews, like almost any.
Like Tom Hanks strikes me as very private too. He tweets very seldomly, talks here and there, promotes his movies and stuff, but other than that, you don't really know what Tom Hanks is up to most of the time.
Yeah, you're right.
That's one. Okay, I'll throw that at you, Tom Hanks.
Rating?
Yeah.
Okay, wait, then I gotta extend the list. Tom Hanks. Hard. I would like to give him a 10, but I don't think so.
No, I can't give him a 10. It's like an 8 or a 9, I feel like.
8 from Roy. Yeah, I have to see Philadelphia.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Philadelphia's good.
But yeah, I would say, I think, like, with some goodwill, a 9. Because I do like Forrest Gump a lot. And I do like Green Mile a lot.
I love Green Mile. Green Mile is... Oh, that's a good movie.
And Saving Private Ryan as well. So, yeah. I think he's a 9.
You should take the time watch Philadelphia. I'd like to know what you think about Philadelphia.
So what's your rating?
He's got to be a 9.
Okay, straight up 9.
Yeah.
That's fine. Okay.
Like I want to say 8, but 9 is just... It feels right because just based on his body of work, the guy has got some fucking great movies under his belt.
That's true, yeah.
And he turns it on when he needs to. You know, he turns it on when he needs to, I feel like. And he's already got his Oscars. He doesn't need them, so he's part of the club that won back-to-back. So not a lot of people have won back-to-back before.
Also, he once, which I find very interesting, is his role in Road to Perdition. Because he's not the hero guy, really. You know,
I love that movie.
It is good, yeah. But yeah, Paul Newman, dude.
The scene when Paul Newman turns around and just knows his entire crew is getting slaughtered is such a great shot because he just closes his eyes. That's an underrated movie. No one ever talks about Road to Perdition.
And Paul Newman got Oscar nominated, and he was like 80 something. You know. So.
If you get a chance, I think I've told you, Nobody's Fool. My favorite Newman movie. Yeah, Bruce Willis.
Let me look that up.
Uncredited role. Yeah. Melanie Griffith. You know.
I only know that name. I don't have a face in mind.
He's kind of been off the tracks for a long time.
Oh, that's on my list already. Nobody's Fool.
Hell yeah.
Philip Seymour Hoffman.
That's right. He is in that.
He's another one of those who could be a 10, actually.
You could argue it for sure.
Yeah, really. I gotta see
Easily,
The
actually.
Master. But like
I mean, based
just
on The
from-
Master and Capote and
and Magnolia and Almost Famous.
yeah,
Scent
Doubt
of a
too.
Woman,
If you get a
Boogie
chance, to watch Doubt, that's a very good
Okay.
movie. Amy Adams
Great
is
actor.
fantastic in that.
Dude, how old was he when he died? 40 something?
I think he was 40 something. No, I think he may have been 50 something. But yeah,
No, 46. That is.
that's still young. It feels like.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, he'd been addicted to heroin for a long time. Nobody even knew it. Just
Yeah.
little snort here on the side.
My favorite Bruce Willis movie is probably his worst one. Which one is it?
What is it, Barbin? We got to know before we
Hudson
go.
Hawk?
It's got to be Last Boy Scout. Come on, Barbarian, hook it up.
Yeah, that's
Hook
not
it
a
up.
swear. It's actually Hudson Hawk.
Oh, there it is. There it is.
Dude, for me, that's one of the worst movies ever. I don't know. Hudson Hawk is just unbearable.
It's fantastic. Fantastic.
It kind of is because it's unbearable. And his hat and his glasses are fantastic. But yeah, I don't know. That's, yeah. Guilty pleasure. Yeah. I mean,
Definitely a guilty
I
pleasure.
can kind of see that. I heard people before that say that Hudson Hawk is, they like it, but not my kind of humor. Not at all.
Well, Mr. Alman, I gotta go.
All right.
It was a good show, though, man. I'm glad we did it.
True. Yeah, we should continue the actors' ratings.
Yeah, I like that.
But
I'm glad you added actresses in there too, because I hear actor, and I just thought we were just going to talk about a bunch of dudes. So
no, I mean
nice to know.
actors for me always include actresses as well.
right, yeah, I'm with you there.
So yeah, I'll probably do a different list for next time just to get some variety. But I mean, this is something we can always do. So
Yeah. Well, next week going to be diving in deep to The Irishman. So
yeah, that's the longest movie we've spoken about yet. Then
and I'm sure we'll have some shit to say about it.
probably. All right.
All right, man. Have a good day, man. Have a good week. All right, ladies and gentlemen. That's going to do it. That was a good show. Shout out to Amin Starek for doing the show with me. This will wrap up Stairway to Cinema, Episode 8, Outlaw King. And I highly recommend it. If you have Netflix, definitely check out Outlaw King, especially if you're a fan of Braveheart or any type of period movies like that. Very recommended. Anyway, until next week, guys, we'll see you later.